Stream Sports, proudly covering local high school athletics and District 10 championships on Stream TV.
Well, Stream Sports welcomes you to Week 5 of high school football. It's homecoming here in Titusville. It's the 3-1 Rockets taking on the 0-4 Warren Dragons. And I'll tell you, there's nothing like homecoming here in Titusville. And we want to welcome our crew here tonight. We've got Jim Bodemer, Steve Bodemer's back with us, Joe Roddy down on the sidelines. Camera operators tonight include Adam Bodemer, Joe Watkins, Brody Wolfkill, and Cullen Rio. And we're going to be kind of hitting everybody here shortly. Joe's getting ready to show us the sights and sounds of the parade as it comes down or up Main and towards the stadium. Looking forward to that. Guys, welcome to Week 5.
Well, it's nice to be to Week 5, and it's glad after 5 weeks that Steve's back. That's the first game this year I had a chance to work with this kid. I don't remember how well it works, but we're going to find out. Hi, Steve. Nice
How you doing? It's nice to be back.
Hey, homecoming out here in Titusville. Just like Luke said, it's always a spectacular time, and there'll be no less tonight. Band's coming in. Fans been around. The band was out all day today, this morning anyway, going to the different schools in town and pepping everybody up. Got the fireworks at the end. It's just a great evening when Titusville has homecoming.
Well, and this year's theme, we didn't know this last year, so we were trying to figure it out as the floats were coming, if you remember.
Right.
But Kurt Zimmerman said, let me take care of you guys this year and help you out. So this year's homecoming theme is classic movies. So classic movies is the theme this year. Seniors, Wizard of Oz. Juniors have Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Sophomores, Lion King, and freshmen, Alice in Wonderland.
Okay, now, that hurts. I mean, The Wizard of Oz, classic movie. Okay. Lion King, it's not that old. Is it to be considered a classic?
Yeah.
Now you just aged not only me, but you aged my poor kids who grew up watching The Lion King. So now they get to enter that genre of the elderly.
Yes.
So pretty soon they'll be forgetting names and so forth.
I don't know if it's pretty soon's right because it's already happened, I think, with a couple of them. But, yeah, I was I have never seen The Lion King, so I don't even know when it came out. When you talk about this, I'm going back to Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah. John Wayne.
John Wayne's original black and white movies when he was the bad guy. Actually, so, but things change, and I'd like to see what's going to happen here. Are they doing the floats according to their themes? I would assume the movies. Yeah,
I would assume so too. And of course, this is Spirit Week, and it started Monday with America Monday, red, white, and blue. Tuesday was Twin Day or Pajama Day. Wednesday, Biker versus Surfer Day. So dress like either a biker or a surfer. Thursday, Color Wars, seniors black, juniors blue, sophomores green, freshmen orange. Fridays, of course, Friday today, brown and gold. So,
interesting. And kudos to the advisors or whomever it is that sits around and puts this all together, because it's not an easy week to put together and then to bring it to culminate, to finish it up here tonight.
Yeah, and the thing you got to remember is this. This whole thing starts a long time ago. I mean, you walk in the first day of school, you get to see all your friends again the next day of school. It's, okay, here's what we're doing for homecoming. Let's get started. Floats have to be built and so forth. It takes a lot of time and effort, and it's nice to see that we've got kids still putting in the time and the effort for homecoming.
I know we could probably take the conversation and cut and paste every year, but there's also the side of the athletes who are still practicing or playing games this week. How much of a distraction does that become versus, this is overall a great community rally to get everybody together, and I have a feeling this place is going to be packed tonight. But, always that part, too, of including them into the festivities.
Well, it is, and like you said, it's something that can pull you away from the game itself mentally because all the things that are going on. So the coaching staff's got to be on their toes, keep these kids focused, enjoy your week. Especially you seniors, enjoy this, but at the same time, remember you got a football game to play.
Yeah, and I think particularly for seniors. Now, for freshmen and sophomores, yeah, you're going to have a little bit of what's going on while I'm here at the field practicing and whatnot. Juniors and seniors, no. They know what this is about. They know what the ultimate outcome needs to be, and you always want to win your homecoming game. And so I'm pretty sure that, down here at 3:30 to 5:30 when they're practicing, they're focused on
They are.
let's beat Warren.
The other thing, Steve, that I have noticed in the first 4 games is the leadership of the seniors.
Yeah.
And that's been a strength for several years, I'm sure. But this year, for some reason, I've watched it, and they are on top of the game. They're encouraging other players, but they're doing their job as setting the example, of the game. So we got a good group of seniors this year. Unfortunately, we have too many.
Yeah.
We're going to lose a bunch.
Yeah, and it's going to be like Titusville does have a senior-heavy roster. And they do a good job, and they've kept their focus. They've kept themselves under control. Remember, some of these kids were around a few years back when Titusville wasn't 3-1.
Yeah,
you were 1-3, and things were tough and not going your way. They're now reaping the benefits of sticking through that and through the coaching changes and doing what the coaches want them to do. And you're seeing a much better football team. And that makes it a little easier. But, yeah, the senior leadership on this team in particular is very, very good.
Yeah, it's been excellent. Last week, of course, Jackson set the new record of yards for career, over 3,005, I think, was the total of in last week. So 5 games to go. Who knows where he's going to end up. So there's all kinds of things like that going on. The other thing that's going on is can Titusville continue to play as well as they are and get to the playoffs. But we'll all find that. We'll find that out one game at a time. But tonight, it's the Warren Dragons coming in, and it's, as Luke mentioned, as we've been talking, it's homecoming. Always a great time here at Carter Field.
I always talk about trap games. It was brought up a little bit last week. Warren is 0-4, but you don't take them lightly because week to week you never know who you're going to encounter and what they've gone through in preparation for the week.
Well, and it being homecoming makes it, Warren can sit there and say, well, listen now, you're going to Titusville. They're 3-1. We're 0-4. They think they got you beat already, kids, and it's their homecoming. And nothing's more fun than to ruin somebody's homecoming.
Exactly.
So they've got that edge on their side, too. And for Titusville, you can't look at their record and say, oh, they're 0-4. This won't be much of a ball game. Any team on any night can beat you, and you've got to be ready to play. And that's where I think we have a lot of confidence in the guys in the white shirts on the sideline. I think our coaching staff knows their team very well. They know what to do, what to say, how to say it, and keep these kids focused. So, it's a trap game, but
two weeks ago during that Grove City game when you had multiple delays, I think that shows you what the coaches can do in terms of getting them prepared for whatever situation. Parade is coming into the Carter Field area here, led by the Titusville Police Department and the Titusville VFW.
One of the just unusual year. One of the things that we had last week that I mentioned and enjoyed so much is a graduate from Titusville and a graduate from Conneaut presenting the colors. I thought that was kind of cool. They met at Paris Island, didn't know each other until that time, and they come down and presented colors. Tonight we have the colors will be presented by the men who have served our nation. So it's a great time. Floats are coming in, bands are heading down. It's gonna be a good time.
I think Joe Roddy's out near the street as well as the marching band heads this way. And congratulations, Kevin Vincent, his crew, hosting the first annual Colonel Drake Classic last Saturday night here at Carter Field Band Festival.
See Kevin Vincent marching with a tuba. We got to talk to him about staying in step.
I didn't want to say anything, but it looked like he was kind of struggling a little bit there with that, and I didn't want to say too much there. And here come these are your Titusville cheerleaders, cheerleaders, right?
Yep.
Eyes haven't completely gone yet.
That's the other thing that's happened. But the other thing that's happened this year is the ability of the crowd, the importance they have played, and I'm talking about the student body.
Right.
They've been a lot of fun up here at the north end. where they sit, and they've created some real excitement in the during the games.
Well, we're
Quite
seeing
good.
here, the pictures you're seeing here, this is the end of the parade route as they come down here beside Carter Field. But you look at the people that are standing on the side of the streets. It still brings people out. People are still excited to see this. This is still an event. And it's nice. It's a nice time here on a Friday night in Titusville. Okay, we got to guess what the floats are now.
Oh, come on.
This is a seniors.
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz.
You want the glasses? Or?
Yeah, I'm going to have to. I think I'm going to have glasses.
I don't have mine either, so I had not say anything.
Yeah, see, people are going to be questioning him later, well, how did you see that play, but you didn't see the big Emerald City?
We just gave him an excuse. He didn't have his glasses.
I don't have my glasses on.
Yeah.
I've got them. I just don't have them on.
I don't have mine. There's Apollo
13.
13. That's a great one. That's cool.
What do we? There's another, and there's no way we're going to be able to retell you who the members of the homecoming court are as they pass.
We'll get them at halftime.
We'll get them at halftime.
I expect Joe or one of these cameramen, somebody give me some candy as they're throwing that candy out there and you guys aren't doing anything.
Only if they're milk duds.
I feel like we've had this discussion before a couple years ago.
Or 2-3 weeks ago?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Steve got his milk duds, though,
Okay.
at Gerard.
Yeah. I had to wait till the next day to eat them, though.
Yeah, you were doing quite a bit that night, so it's...
Yeah, well, the trouble with milk duds, to be honest with you, the trouble is you start chewing on the milk duds, it can get hard to chew. They start sticking to your teeth. And we talked about this, 2 years ago or 3 years ago at Corey. I think we were doing the game up there at Corey, and game didn't go so well for Titusville. We were talking about the best Halloween candy.
Yeah.
And we had people,
you had
coming into us to talk to us about what was the best Halloween candy.
We got the fire department heading this way. Get a beautiful night for a parade and for homecoming.
So I got to tell you, Stephanie Feely was in the lead car, kind of behind the VFW, and she's already out and has her camera ready to go.
Well, she's this year's homecoming honoree.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Dr. Stephanie Feely.
Yeah.
Hey, and for those who don't know this, because she attends almost every single sporting event and takes thousands of pictures each event.
Yep.
She does it out of the kindness of her heart. So if you're a parent who comes up to her and says, hey, how come you're not at my kid's event? Nobody's paying her to do that. She does it because she loves the community. She loves the kids.
She told me she does that to get out of the house away from Chris.
Well,
Chris.
there's
probably both ways. So.
Yeah. Everybody wins in that conversation.
But you're right. Every time you see Steph, she's got her camera out. She's snapping away, and she has some great pictures. And that's going to be important over down the road. You have these videos, these pictures of the history of what's going on in the last several years.
So that we can finally have, we'll have somebody else sitting in a chair that says, yeah, I remember him, and I remember him when we were doing the history of the Colonel Drake, if I'm not mistaken, the coaches of the past few years. He was sitting there telling us how many of them you knew, and you knew, 99% of them.
Some more of the floats coming in.
So far, we mentioned Wizard of Oz is the seniors' theme. Juniors have Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Sophomores, Lion King. Freshmen, Alice in Wonderland. I'm not sure if we've seen the Willy Wonka float.
I wonder if this is it here.
Okay.
Yep, I think that's Willy Wonka there.
Now, they can only throw chocolate candy, right?
Yes.
Anything else is...
I don't know. I never watched the movie, to be honest with you.
Well, I don't care about the movie. I was just thinking in terms of the title.
You can't have it anyway.
Gobstoppers.
I would if Joe would get out there and get me some.
Now, I just want to say,
Go ahead.
my dad is driving
Oh, really?
the MG, yeah,
Where does he keep the key?
in the ignition. Yeah, he's old school. He's not, yeah.
No, I mean the one that winds it up.
It's a small car.
That thing is made,
Is that his?
yeah.
How many times has it been used in a parade or something like that?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah, I was
A lot,
going to say
yeah.
it's probably been used a lot during.
What year is it?
70. He bought it used, I think. It was 1 year old when he bought it, and he's had it ever since.
But you know what year?
No, 70 something. I know it's made several trips to Florida. It's look, he and my mom used to work at Cytemp or Cyclops.
Yeah.
So they get laid off and
Down to Florida.
they'd take a road trip and then come back and work. And
That'd be a nice car to see whether or not you could even climb in and out of.
Well, I've seen a couple on Marketplace that I know I couldn't get into. Doc Peoples had a Kaiser Darren. I saw it down here when he was running it. It's now on Facebook for $85,000.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
here come the Rocket Boys soccer team. Picked up their first win of the season the other night, right here at Carter Field.
We were giving Luke a bad time about the soccer program. We need to keep it so we can get our kickers. That's where our kickers come from, TJ.
As long as,
the side of the
as long as
soccer
they
game.
understand that it goes over
Yeah.
and not under.
You watch some of the high school ones, and a lot of them are going over. So,
So they've got that part down?
yeah, maybe they're practicing too much on that side. Well, you teased TJ here. Let's bring him in real quick. TJ Wiley's going to be joining us here this evening. TJ!
Luke Rio, how are you,
I'm
buddy?
great. How are you?
Great. I'm happy to be here.
Well,
Happy to be here, sir.
Good to see you, TJ.
Good to see you.
How are you?
Good.
we're going to, for those who may not be familiar with TJ, we're going to learn more about TJ throughout the night here. So just hang on tight.
And we only have the truth.
Well, we do now, so we don't have to make it up.
We'll see. I do want to make one quick comment here watching the parade and the festivities. A little Titusville homecoming history lesson here. 1999 homecoming, my wife, Lisa Wiley, who was Lisa Bear back in high school, was escorted that night by this fine gentleman right here,
That's
Luke
right.
Rio.
Right?
Little Titusville.
I didn't know where
homecoming
you were going with
history.
that.
No, there
Yeah.
it is. There it
That's
is. There it is.
And neither did Amy.
Why,
No, she's seen the pictures.
I kind of wondered why the panic look was on Luke's face. I wonder if he-
I don't know what that's.
We
good.
usually don't go to mute right away, TJ. It's-
Dump them.
yeah, we build
Dump
up
'em.
for that.
Yes. But no, I wanted to bring that up because I vividly remembered that when I knew I was coming up for this, it being homecoming. Nobody does homecoming like Titusville. I don't care what people say. I'm from the Pittsburgh area now, and everybody says their homecomings are the best. I always laugh to myself because I'm like, no, Titusville does it better. Like they just do. I mean, where I'm coaching right now, we play tomorrow, and it is a big to-do, but it's nothing to this extent. And it's such a great thing for our community, these kids, you know, the alumni. I mean, I'm very excited to be back here on homecoming because it's beyond special. It's a special place.
It doesn't get any better.
Yep.
And we brag about it. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Well, we should.
We're
I mean,
very
it is.
proud
It's
about
like
it.
I've heard people even that come in from other places
That's the
that say
Wicked
what
Witch.
a great thing
she
it
fell
is.
off the float.
yeah, that's right.
It's the what?
The Wicked
The
Witch.
Wicked Witch of the West just walked by. She must have fallen off the float.
Yeah. Click your heels, Jim, and go home.
There's no place like home.
Well, TJ, we were talking earlier, you know, what it's like to be a football player and having this stuff going on and what, okay, and we're going to get into when you were quarterback here.
Yep.
But what's that like knowing this is going on and you're focused on the game? Is it hard not to kind of take this in?
It is difficult. It really is. I mean, especially like, you know, when you're having some success like Titusville is this year. I mean, my senior year, we were conference champs. You know, we were winning a lot of games, and we want to keep our eye on the prize. But you're a high school kid. I mean, you want to enjoy homecoming and to have all the things going on in school with the, you know, the Pride Week and the Color Wars or whatever they do. I know they still do that. It is hard, but you know, as an athlete and a member of the football team, you got to keep your eye on the prize. Like with Dad being the head coach when I played, John Wiley, he used to always tell us, like, guys, what makes homecoming is bringing home the win. I mean, you know, we want the parade, we want the dance, we want all the good stuff, but like, what makes it even more special is the cherry on the Sunday, the win on Friday night. So, yeah, you got to keep your eye on the prize, but it can be hard. It definitely can. I know it's a long week for kids. I know personally, our kids down at Shaler in Pittsburgh this week, they were a little tired. Like, we cut a practice short because our kids' legs were heavy, and we could tell that they weren't looking sharp, so we cut practice short. And, you know, it's just the things you go when you're working with kids, that's what you're going to get sometimes. But it's you know, it can be hard, but it's also an exciting time too.
And that's a good point. It does, Steve, make the homecoming dance the whole weekend a lot better when you walk away with a win.
Well, certainly it does. You know, you play sports to. Was it your turn?
No, that's okay.
Oh, good. Yeah. There's two reasons to play sports, and one of them is to come in second place, and I don't like that spot. So the purpose of sports is to play to win.
Well, you never told me that growing up.
Well, it's a little hard for you to understand.
There was never any second place.
Well, I have a saying about that, but it would be not polite to say
No,
that.
it
but,
does. It
you
does.
play to win.
Yeah,
That's
that's
right.
why you play
To quote the great Herman Edwards, you play to win the
play
game.
to win the game.
And if they're better than you and you've played really well, go shake their hand, go home.
That's right.
But just
You
play
can
to
live
win.
with that.
Yeah.
But if you lose because your head was more on the float than it was on playing the game, and it's noticeable. You know, we've played it. You're coaching it. You see it. You can recognize it.
Yeah. And it's happened.
And it does.
I've
It
been a
does
part
happen.
of programs where it's
Yeah.
like we lost tonight because our heads weren't in it because we're more interested in the dance or
Yep.
the parade.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I really feel that this group that we have down here tonight, the Rockets, from what I've seen, they're locked in. They this team after that, you know, opening game loss they had against Corey, I think they've turned the page and they're playing really good football right now. And the vibe I got from being around them for that short time, they're locked in. They're ready for this.
Well,
There's some excitement.
That first week loss could be a key event in their season. They, you know, you lose a game, you don't like to lose the game, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth. We need to focus up. So far, they've been able to do that, and you know, tonight, I'm like TJ. I don't think this will be a problem for Titusville tonight. I think they'll lock in. I think they'll focus. If not, I know that this coaching staff, I think, like I say, I think they know their team very well. They know what to say. They know how to say it. They know when to say it to get them back on track. So.
Well, everything I've heard, this senior class has unbelievable leadership, and it's showing. I mean, the way these kids carry themselves, it's impressive. So I really believe that we'll see a good night tonight out of the Rockets.
Jeremy McCrillis saying winning matters.
Yes,
So-
it does.
Absolutely.
it
And
does.
that's coming from the, you know, I mean, we know who his dad is. So, I mean, that's good job, Jeremy.
I'll tell you. You
It's not DJ. It's all right.
it-
We
yeah,
pick
no,
on
it's-
Bill all the time.
No, I know you do. Hey, I told you, man. I listen to all the games. I don't miss Rocket football. I don't. I have been invested in this.
What's it like when you're quarterback of the Rockets and you've got that grandstand right in the end zone and the fans are right there cheering you on?
Well, I mean, you know, I've had a unique football experience in life. You know, we moved here when I was coming into 10th grade. I didn't grow up here. I grew up in the eastern part of the state out in Danville. Dad gets the job. We come here, really didn't know anything. And immediately we felt embraced by this place. And, you know, through my football career and my times, you know, I'm coaching down in the Whippeal in big-time high school football. I've been in some of the best stadiums in Pennsylvania. And no joke, when times are good here at Titusville and this place is packed, there's no place like it. And maybe it's me just, you know, this is my alma mater, but, like, I still get goosebumps when I walk into this place. Like, seriously, like, some of our big games back in the day with Warren and the Oil Cities, when this place was, you know, standing room only, it's electric. It is. It's an electric atmosphere. And, like, you know, to answer Luke's question about quarterbacking it, like, I took so much pride in being Titusville's quarterback. I really did. I mean, I still am proud of the fact that I was a Titusville quarterback. I mean, I wear that like a badge of honor. And, you know, I told Luke when we met up this summer that I was like, any way I can help you out or come back, like, I love doing this. I mean, Mike has me in to talk to the kids often. I mean, with Dad still being on the staff, I love being around these kids. Mike and I run the same offense. Everything he runs down there, I run down at Shaler. Like, Mike and I meet up in the off season. We talk, we exchange notes. So I love watching them because I steal things from him. He has said to me he has stolen some stuff from me. And it's fun. I love watching their games on replay because I'll call out the plays. I know what's coming. But to be the quarterback here is a special thing. Just to be a Rocket football player in general is a special thing.
Yeah, well, he was quarterback here,
Absolutely.
running that triple option.
Absolutely, yeah.
I thought it was really exciting. We'll talk about this later, but one of my best friends just passed away, who I broadcast with a lot.
Yes.
And we were doing the game down in Greenville when he got smacked alongside the head. He was unconscious for 30 minutes. Never been the same since.
But back in those days, you probably went back in, didn't you?
No, not that night. No, that night. I can remember that night. I think it's right.
You don't remember that night. You remember the next day.
I can remember. I saw the kid coming. He had 20 yards. I had a kid holding my leg, so I couldn't go anywhere. So I was trying to get down. Didn't quite make it. The kid was about 195. He had 20 yards.
6'1", 190.
Right Greenville was always good.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I missed that rivalry. That was a good rivalry back in the day.
Back in the 50s, TJ, when they ran the single wing.
Oh, yeah.
And I watched them from the 50s on through.
So they were even good back in those days, the 50s.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And
through the 90s, they were good, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, we ran a straight T formation, the old-fashioned T.
Yeah.
And then we really got wild. We put a man out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We really advanced things. But, they've been a hard-hitting football team.
Absolutely.
And then when he went down, I thought, and I couldn't say anything because my wife's up home doing the floors. So I'm on the radio, and I can't let her know that her son's still on the, and then when they called the doctor out of the stands, I had to really, and Fred was really good about it. You better get down there. You better get down there. I said, I can't because my wife. But it's part of the game, and it's just memories that you build. Fortunately, he's somewhat okay, and we can go on.
Yeah.
Bet you're right.
I got knocked out my senior year against Greenville too.
Right here?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a stinger injury. I was fine, and I'm running to the sideline, and Dad, John Wiley, and Mr. Jim Cum, who was on the staff and a trainer at the time, they're telling me to go down. So I did what I was told, and I went down. Everybody thought I collapsed. Yeah. I was fine. I wanted to get up. The doctor comes out and says, "What do we got?" And they said he has a stinger in his neck. He said the word neck. They backboarded me off the field. Do you remember this?
Oh, yeah.
I got backboarded off the field in the conference championship game. We were winning at the time. I'm screaming at the people in the ambulance, "This is the biggest game of my life. How can you do this to me?" We end up losing. But how funny is that you get, and yes,
same team.
Right over there by the 40-yard line. I was fine. I said, "Dad, can I get up and walk off the field?" He's like, "No, stay put." And they backboarded me off the field. I played the next week against Warren.
I didn't have that. Well, I did play the next week, but it was funny because when they brought the doctor out, and George Roberts was a trainer here, and he was my quarterback coach and trainer. And next thing I know, when I wake up, I'm looking up, and I can see George and this other guy over top of me. And the guy said, "Son," he said, "what day is it?" And I'm on my back looking up, and I must have been looking right at a bank of lights. Bright out. It's got to be Saturday. Close. Do you know where you are? No. He's done.
How funny is that, though, that you played the next week, I played the next week? These days, we would have been done for the rest of the year. With a neck injury and a head injury like that, kids would be done for the year. And rightfully so.
And that's a big conversation this week with Tua and
well,
what's going to happen there.
And I don't know about you, but for me, it was the first one I'd had. So, Tua's in a little different situation.
Yeah.
His concussion count is up there pretty high.
Yeah.
It's something he's going to have to really think about. I can remember the running back for the Steelers, Merrill Hodge.
Yep.
When he was getting his head bounced around, and all of a sudden he just upped and said, "I'm done." And he told people, it came out afterwards, he said he was sitting on the couch with his daughter on his lap and didn't know who she was.
Yeah.
He said, "I knew then I was done," and he left the game.
Well, my godfather's Mark Kelso, who played for the Buffalo Bills. I'm a Bills fan. My dad coached him when he was the one that introduced the soft shell technology.
I knew there's a reason why I didn't like TJ. Bills. Oh, mercy. He's got him on his.
Wait till they become a professional team, and then what are you going to do?
That's right. It's okay. Hey, heartache is part of being a Bills fan, and I've embraced it.
Well,
but
not as much as a Browns fan.
Which there's none here, I don't think.
Yes.
By the way, folks, this is homecoming, and these are all homecoming stories.
Yes.
So we want to draw your attention back to the fact that the parade's coming in, the kids are coming in.
Well, Ron McKee's out in Washington, and he says it looks like all of Titusville's coming to the game tonight. Well, yeah, of course. Where else would you be on a Friday night?
Yeah, nice to hear from Ron. You remember Ron?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ron held the 100-yard dash record here.
Quite a while.
I think he still owns it. I don't know that
I believe you're right.
I don't know if they've converted it to meters, but he would retire the 100-yard dash record for Ron. But yeah, I think he might still have that record. That was back, TJ. Do you
The old
remember
Cinders.
Do you remember the Cinder
Yes,
track over there?
when we first moved here, that was the track.
Yes, sir,
And
baby.
How many lanes was that bad boy? I mean, it wasn't
Let me
even
see your arm.
regular.
Let me see your
Yeah,
legs.
you had,
Cinder's Alley.
You wear those cinders with pride.
yes, sir. If you can find them somewhere in my body, you better believe it, because I know I've got a lot of
Well,
them.
everybody talks about that here, and also then playing with Mercury in science class.
Yep.
So
Yes, absolutely. What a beautiful complex they have now, though. I mean,
Yeah.
Titusville's facilities,
These are
this
tops.
is unbelievable. Like, it really is. When they were talking about doing this, I was actually against it because I was a purist. This thing should be a landmark, if you ask me. I wanted the grass. I wanted the mud down on the 20-yard line when it's sunny out. But now that they've done it, it's top-notch. Like, this is one of the best facilities in Western Pennsylvania, and I'm not saying that because I'm a Rocket. I really believe that.
well, and the conversation is when you've got NFL teams going grass and
Yeah.
college. You certainly understand high schools though when it comes to maintenance.
Maintenance, absolutely.
And, it's
Yeah.
Well, the thing that's nice about this, to me, TJ, having watched football since about 1953, when I started watching back when Glenn Dillon, Donnie Bird, some of these guys were playing. In fact, there was something on Facebook, a picture of those guys. Glenn Dillon ended up at Pitt and then with the Baltimore Ball Club. But there's so much history here.
Yes.
And it's not just a stadium, it's a historical stadium, and that's really neat.
I came and talked to the kids a couple of years ago when Mike got the job, and I told them that they have to uphold the history of this place.
Yeah.
And that's what I said. It's like you can almost feel like the ghosts of yesterday still watching you here. Like that's how I felt when I played here.
Well, guys, that's it for the parade. Our coverage officially starts right now.
Stream Sports, proudly covering local high school athletics and District 10 championships on Stream TV.
Well, we welcome you to Week 5 of high school football as the 3-1 Rockets take on the 0-4 Warren Dragons. It's homecoming here in Titusville. Our coverage of Rocket sports this season made possible by these great sponsors. By Oil Creek Plastics. By Titusville Area Hospital. By Interstate Pipe and Supply. By State Farm Insurance. By Poppies. By Armstrong. By the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home. By J. Gill Plumbing and Heating. By Puppy Lovin'. By the Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville. By Fat Chad's Brewery. By the Crawford Health Improvement Coalition. By ProThreads Print Shop. By Marsh Home Center. By Tranquil Moments Massage. By Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning. By Kreiner Real Estate. By Larry's Auto Service. By Corky's Pizza. And by the Titusville Beverage. Well, hard to believe, halfway through the season, this is the Kreiner Real Estate Marsh Home Center pregame show. It's good to have the crew here tonight for homecoming. We've got Mr. Jim Bodemer, Steve Bodemer, Joe Roddy down on the field. We've got Mr. TJ Wiley joining us here in the booth tonight. Camera operators include Adam Bodemer, Joe Watkins, Cullen Rio, Brody Wolfkill. Well, everybody's been saying it. Nobody does homecoming like Titusville. It's a special night, but still a game here tonight, and the Rockets have to take on the Warren Dragons. Guys, welcome to Week 5.
Well, it's good to be back, and it's always good to be here at Carterfield, as we've been talking. Got another week coming up here at Carterfield, then we're on the road a little bit, but it's a big ball game. Now, you take nobody lightly. It's a game at a time, and as TJ was talking earlier, you've got your sights set on playoffs, and every game is important, so you play tonight, and don't think about next week, because this team at Warren, I know they're coming out, like we've said, they want to beat us, they want to destroy our homecoming, and I don't blame them a bit. That's what I would coach also. So our kids got to come out and be ready to play football.
Yeah, I think for Titusville, the key is just going to be, are they focused in, are they zeroed in? And I think they are. We're going to play a team here for Warren. It's having some struggles last year and again into this year. And we were looking at their roster earlier. I think there's only like 2 seniors playing for this Warren Ball Club. And I'm telling you, when you've got 2 seniors and you look across the way the other team's going to be playing a dozen of them, man, that makes it awfully hard. That experience counts an awful lot. And so Warren's definitely looking up the hill, but it doesn't mean they can't charge it.
Well, they're playing young kids, but where are they going to be in 2 years?
Right.
Absolutely.
And that's what they're doing.
Yep.
They're building, and so
This was Titusville 2 years ago.
That's
when,
exactly
when
right.
Koval and Mung
That's
and the gang they were sophomores, and look
Yeah.
where we're at now.
Hey, looking forward to a good matchup here tonight. We had a chance to sit down with Coach Reynolds, discuss last week's game and his thoughts on this week's game. That's coming up as the Kreiner Real Estate Marsh Home Center pregame show continues here from Carter Field.
Interstate Pipe and Supply takes pride in providing superior customer service. That's why our dedicated employees are well trained and have the experience to offer friendly, quick, and reliable service and support. Need materials delivered to your job site? No problem. Interstate offers fast delivery from our 4 locations in Western Pennsylvania. We also serve Eastern Ohio, Northern Western Virginia, and Western New York. Service means business at Western Pennsylvania's premier pipe and supply company, Interstate Pipe and Supply.
Who can solve this equation?
Ooh!
Me. Anyone else? Fine. Jake from State Farm. Again.
Right. It's the personal price plan theorem. If you bundle your home and auto, that can equal an affordable price just for you.
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Poppy's Equipment and Storage Rental in Pleasantville is committed to providing our customers with exceptional service while offering quality rental equipment. Poppy's is now an authorized steel dealer with everything you need to have for sawing and cutting or mowing to digging. And of course, Poppy's has tents, tables, chairs, heaters, generators, barbecues, and more for your next wedding or get-together. Need firewood or propane? No problem. Whether you're in construction or a weekend warrior, reach out to Poppy's about your next project. Poppy's Place on the Tenesta Road in Pleasantville. J. Gill Plumbing and Heating takes pride in being the premier heating and air conditioning service provider in the area. With over 30 years of experience, our highly skilled and certified technicians will work closely with you to address your heating and air conditioning repair, installation, or maintenance needs. Our team is dedicated to making your home the ultimate place of comfort. Call today to get a free estimate. We also offer financing options and membership opportunities that provide peace of mind and cost savings. Call J. Gill Plumbing and Heating today or visit them online 24/7 at jgillplumbingheating.com.
And welcome back to the Rocket pregame show. Joining us is Coach Reynolds and some special guests. We'll meet them here in a moment. Coach, congratulations on your win against Cash. Give us your thoughts on the game. Years past, they may have been a little easier to deal with, but they came ready to play Friday night.
Absolutely. You know, hats off to Cash. Those guys came out and they wanted to play. That first quarter was, you know, back and forth. We went and scored in 3 plays. Guys executed extremely well, and then Cash got on the board and had a nice long drive there. They had their guys executing well and doing some good things, and we had to make some adjustments in the second quarter to deal with that, and hats off to our guys for doing that and not really panicking. You know, sometimes when you get into those games that start out differently than you think, because when you score in 3 plays, you think, oh, this is what it's going to be like all night, and then surprise, you know, those guys want to play football too. So those adjustments were great. Scoring, you know, 26-some points in the second quarter was an outstanding job by these guys, and they really hung together and executed throughout the game.
It seemed like when Cash answered, you kept things just going. Was there ever a moment for you or your coaches you're like, okay, we're going to have to do some adjustments here at the end of the first half?
You know, you're always looking at what an offense and defense is doing on the other side of the ball. You know, they're going to want to take things away from us, and they certainly did. They wanted to limit some of our rushing yards with Jackson. So, you know, we have some plays that target Camo, and we got him the ball, and that's kind of what you saw in that second quarter. And then you get into the third quarter, that's where our guys just physically began to dominate and really take over that game, which, you know, guys like Coleman here on that offensive line, you know, did a nice job with that. And then defensively, there were some little tweaks we had to make after halftime. So some plays that, you know, we were just giving up too many yards because we were out of position. And those are the adjustments you make during the game to be successful.
What did you like on offense? What did you like seeing on defense?
really, you know, our initial execution on all our plays was very well. I mean, we get to where we need to be, and that's one of the strengths of these guys. They know the offense, they know the plays, and things like that. That was a good part. Defensively, you know, we got some guys that are aggressive and they're working to the ball. You know, those are all positives. We really want to work on finishing plays out this week. We felt like last week that we maybe backed off a little bit earlier than we had in previous weeks. So we just want to finish plays. That's really what it's about. So wrap, tackle, drive through blocks, and just get after it.
All right, let's bring you guys into the conversation. Introduce yourselves. Max, we'll start with you.
Hi, Max Chatham.
Hi, I'm Coleman Knapp.
All right, well, what positions do you guys play?
I play D-tackle and guard.
And I'm the kicker.
And I'm the kicker. We're going to talk about kicking here in a minute. It's been a big part of the Rocket game this season. It's been great to see. Coleman, we'll start with you. Talk about last week's game, your perspective of the game, and what your takeaway was.
I think in last week's game, we came out physical, but we can always come out more physical. And the O-line just needs to finish their blocks, and we'll get more yards than we did last week.
Are there moments in the game you can look back at and say, yeah, you know, I could have picked it up here a little bit, or did you think you had a solid performance the whole way through?
I mean, I like that we won, and it was a good team effort, but in the end, there was definitely some plays where I could have went a little bit harder, and I'll work to improve on that this week.
Do you find at the end of a game or that first practice after a game, you're going to the coaches and saying, hey, I know I got to work on this, or are they coming to you and having that conversation?
Well, we all watch film, and we see the weakness that we have, and we just diagnose it, and we just work on it all week in practice, and then hopefully game time comes and we just improve on it that week.
Max, let's talk about kicking. How is this different from soccer, and what adjustments have you had to make?
It's a crazy difference, and it really is, but I've worked all summer at it, and I've worked with Coach Toby, and I've improved on it, and it's a lot different, but still kicking a ball at the end of the day.
We're almost halfway through the season. Is it crazy to think where you are now as a kicker versus where you were preseason or for that first game?
Absolutely. It's night and day, really. I mean, like, game experience is really what it is. Anybody can kick it off on the ground, on the stand, nobody around, but when you get in the game, it's a complete difference.
Coach, when you have somebody like Max in that position, does that open up some other opportunities?
Yeah, really, it's about consistency, you know, and to Max's credit, you know, he talks about that first JV game he ever kicked in, you know, like, man, like, what is this? But he stuck to it, you know, he didn't just, you know, just run away. He kept working at it, and you saw his leg strength pick up, you saw his kicks get stronger and better, and just that as a team being able to count on that extra point every single time is huge, because then you know, like, okay, we're where we need to be at points-wise, and we can just continue on. And even kickoff-wise, you know, he's been working on that kickoff game too, and he's doing a nice job, you know, getting that ball downfield and placing it where we need it to.
There's been a big theme of team, right? Being together as a team. Even Jackson and his success and breaking the record last week talks about the team, and without the team, he can't achieve stuff like that. And everybody's individual, you know, talents can't be raised unless the team's part of that. Are you excited to know when you hear Coleman talk or Max talk that there's that excitement to get better and to improve their level of play?
Yeah, and that's what I love about these guys. You know, they're all important. There's nobody in our program that isn't, all the way down to the, you know, Evan Clinton runs the clock for us in practice, you know, because of what he does. Coleman can get the reps he wants to get offensively to get better. You know, Max can get in there and get the kicks he needs because he's helping us. So everybody is committed to getting better, and that's part of that culture these guys do such a good job with, and that's how we improve as a team week in and week out. Because high school football, you know, a lot of people think week one is what a team is going to be like, but teams get better, you know, and they see more of the team, and coordinators see more of the offense, and so it's more challenging to be successful throughout the season because you're always facing new looks, you're always facing new challenges.
I think we talk about it in our broadcasts every year. You get to those last couple games of the season, whether it's football, soccer, volleyball, and you go, why can't we start right now? Because everybody seems to be firing on all cylinders. It's incredible. You have Warren this week. Warren's struggling this year. But what do you see in Warren that you're concerned with, or that you're telling your guys, listen, we still got to come out here ready to play?
Sure, they've got some players there. You know, even though you look at teams like Warren, who's 0-4, or teams like Northeast that are 0-4 coming coming up the next week, you look at their individual games, you're just like, wow, they did this really good. And, you know, they have a guy that ran a ball back about 67 yards against prep. You know, he's got good speed. You see them trying to find an identity, and that's the big concern when you have a team coming in, because you're going to see some different looks. So as an offensive line unit, you know, Coleman and his guys have to be able to look at that, diagnose what they're going to bring. They could bring a completely different defensive front, and we need to identify it and take care of it immediately. You know, so that's part of the challenge, because, you know, teams that are established and that have been having a run, you know what they do. They have an identity like we do. We know what we like to do. But those teams, you have to make sure that you take care of the fundamentals, the basics, tackling, blocking, and finish plays to be successful.
Coleman, do you like looking at that upcoming game and watching film and going, okay, this is what I'm going to be up against?
Yeah, I do love watching film. I see who I'm going up against. I just can't wait to get out there and be physical with them.
Max, what do you do to get your mindset ready to go for the game?
I don't know. Pre-game's a big part of it. Kicking, making sure I'm consistent in warm-ups, and gotta block out the crowd. You know, sometimes that gets to you once in a while, but yeah, just focusing.
Coleman, how about you? Pre-game rituals?
Pre-game, I just kind of show up to the field ready to go. I think about it all day at school. I really don't do my schoolwork, so I'm just thinking about the games.
Yeah,
I can't. Friday's game day. You got to think about the game.
Everybody having a good homecoming week?
Yeah, it's a blast. Nobody does it like us.
And now you got to kind of tune that out. Has that been kind of interesting, Coach, to get these guys to focus on the game?
Yeah, you know, you always know. I mean, being in Titusville as long as I have been, you know it's a big deal. You know, these kids love homecoming, the ceremonies, and all the fun they get to have. But at the end of the week, you got that game sitting there, and you know, Friday night is what it's all about. And these guys will be ready to go.
Boy, we're looking forward to it. It's exciting. It's going to be a great one tonight. Catch these guys in action here in just a few moments, and our pregame show will continue right after this.
Zoom from Armstrong presents Home Pass Heroes. Jane loves shopping online.
It's my favorite.
But she had concerns about internet security. Fear not. The Home Pass app, free with Zoom's enhanced Wi-Fi, features advanced security that blocks malware, phishing scams, and other cyber attacks across all the connected devices in her home. Be the hero of your network with Zoom's enhanced Wi-Fi and the free Home Pass app, available on the App Store and Google Play.
Hi, I'm Jasmine Levin, and I proudly own and operate Puppy Levin. Puppy Levin is a pet care salon dedicated to caring for your furry companions. We provide certified dog grooming services along with boarding and doggy daycare. Our facility is family-owned and operated and promise personalized care for every pet that comes through our doors. If you're worried about your furry friend being lonely when you're gone, we also have on-site personnel 24/7 just for their comfort. Follow us on Facebook and call or text us at 814-758-9259 to make an appointment today.
The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home has been serving the needs of Titusville and surrounding communities since 1965. Mr. Garrett believed in tradition and commitment to excellence, standards that have been passed down from one generation to now a new generation, who will work to provide you with a beautiful, lasting tribute to your loved one. When you need them, they will be there for you. This has been their foundation for almost 60 years. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, 303 North Washington Street in Titusville.
Looking for expert orthopedic care? Dr. Charlie Gates, a trusted name at Titusville Area Hospital, can help you regain mobility and a better quality of life. With years of experience and a passion for personalized care, Dr. Gates specializes in treating a wide range of orthopedic conditions. Whether it's joint pain, sports injuries, or orthopedic surgery, trust Dr. Charlie Gates at Titusville Area Hospital for your orthopedic care. Call 814-827-9770 today to schedule your appointment.
And welcome back. This is the Kreiner Real Estate Marsh Hope Center pregame show. Weather-wise, another gorgeous night, Jim.
Well, it is. The nice thing about it, the sun's gone down, and so we're not getting beat up with the sun here tonight like we have in the past. But great night. Partly cloudy, supposed to be around 75 degrees during the game. no chance, 1% of precipitation. The winds aren't going to affect us at 3 miles per hour. The flag is perfectly still. And Joe, everybody's excited to get going, and I would imagine you can sense that down there in the field.
Oh, absolutely. The band's doing a really fantastic job of keeping the student section going. Not that they need much encouragement, but yeah, everybody's ready to go.
Well, we are too, and the teams are coming back out here shortly, and this homecoming game will get underway. So, well, guys, we're about, a few minutes away from kickoff. Last thoughts on what you're going to see?
Well, what I expect to see Titusville line up and take control of this game right off the bat. I just don't see Warren being able to stick with Titusville tonight. I'm looking for Titusville to be at 35 plus by halftime.
Titusville come out, establish the run game like they've been. I mean, if Titusville gets Koval going and gets their buck sweep and counter game going, they're going to be a tough team to beat against anybody, let alone against a team like Warren that's struggling. But hey, Warren, if they come tonight and play and knock Titusville off, that makes their season. So this going to be a little trap game for Titusville, but I think Titusville's got this. They play their game. I'm excited to see what they do tonight.
One of the things that we've been impressed with the last several weeks, since the first game, is the play inside the trench. Our offense, defensive line have played very well, and I think tonight, if they can control that, you're right, Koval and Mong and maybe O'Neill, who's another one of my upcoming heroes, will have a chance to have a great game.
Well, we're looking forward to tonight's matchup. It's homecoming here, and this is the Kreiner Real Estate Marsh Home Center pregame show.
Fat Chad's Brewing is Titusville's premier dining destination, offering fine dining served with a cold beverage and great conversations. Try our new menu items, the T-bone steak, homemade meatloaf dinner, or soft shell crab tacos. Our pasta entries and sandwiches are just as popular. Try the new lobster ravioli, shrimp and scallop pasta, or our popular Asiago chicken. Don't forget about our famous burgers or fish sandwich, all served with fresh cut fries. Come in Saturday nights for Wild Game Saturdays. For good food and good times, it's Fat Chad's Brewing in Titusville.
ProThreads Print Shop is the area's premier screen printing and embroidery company. Locally owned, ProThreads prides themselves in specializing in school and travel sportswear and fan gear, as well as business and corporate apparel. Get your team mascot or company logo screen printed, embroidered, or engraved on just about anything. ProThreads Print Shop is now open by appointment at 130 East State Street in Pleasantville, where you'll find Rocket gear to wear year-round. Check them out on Facebook or visit them at ProThreadsPrintShop.com for superior service with personalized attention. Talk to the pros at ProThreads Print Shop.
At the Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville, our programs are designed with your future in mind, offering a dynamic blend of theoretical knowledge and practical skills across a variety of in-demand fields. From healthcare to manufacturing, our curriculum is tailored to meet the evolving needs of the industry, ensuring that our graduates are not just job-ready, but future-ready. This is where your future begins. The Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville. Go succeed.
Keeping your kids healthy is the first step to protecting their dreams. When you keep them safe, there's no limit to how far they can go. Nothing is out of reach. No mission? Impossible. Give your son or daughter a better chance to see their dreams come true. Give them the HPV vaccine at age 11 or 12 to prevent HPV cancers later in life.
And welcome back to the Kreiner Real Estate Marsh Home Center pregame show. Excited to bring you week 5 of Rocket football tonight. Well, before we get going here tonight, TJ, you were reminded of something that took place back when you played with Mr. Joe Roddy, who's down on the field.
Back in the basketball days, good old TCAC games like against Warren, Joe would always pick a pick-to-click player from Titusville to be the guy to watch out for. So I'm going to do the Joe Roddy pick-to-click guy of the night. I'm going with Ian McDonald, the quarterback. Again, I think Titusville can establish their potent running attack, but I think Ian McDonald's going to have a chance tonight to rip it around a little bit against this Warren defense. So I'm very excited from a quarterback, from an ex-quarterback to the new Rocket quarterback. I'm really excited to see what number 8 can do when he puts it out there. So there's my pick-to-click for good old Joe Roddy down on the sideline.
Hey, and since we're talking about the olden days, I was just talking to an old teammate of yours at high school and in college, Chad Brown's down here. Yeah,
number 90.
Who played with TJ here at Titusville and at Teal.
He was a stud high school player and a stud college player. Sadly, his career ended with a knee injury, but he was getting some preseason All-American love going into his 1 year in college. Yeah, good old Chad Brown.
All right, guys, we got kickoff here coming up. National anthem right after this.
If you're looking for a professional massage therapist, Tranquil Moments Massage in Titusville is here for you. Ray and Rauch graduated from Slippery Rock University with a bachelor's degree in exercise and rehabilitative sciences with an emphasis in athletic training. Tranquil Moments offers a wide range of services from Swedish massage to deep tissue, sugar scrubs to hot towel inclusion therapy. Like them on Facebook and visit their website to learn more about all the services they offer. Tranquil Moments Massage in Titusville. Go Rockets!
Going deep.
Got him.
End zone. Got him. Touchdown. Got a man going to the end zone. He's there. Koval. Touchdown. Ah, nice job with the feet. Yeah. That was one good catch. And we're getting ready for the toss of the coin. Always a discussion we have up here is, do you want to take the ball or do you want to give it away? And picked up the kickoff in the third quarter. And we're going to see what happens here. The officials have already had their toss, obviously. And it is Warren. Looks like they have won the toss. And what will they do? They're going to defer. So Titus will receive at the north end of the field, and Warren will be defending the south end. So we'll see if Titus can put the offense up. I'm not sure that's the route I go, but we'll talk about that in just a moment.
Stream Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of Titusville Rockets Sports on Stream TV.
Well, it's homecoming here at Carter Field. Well, the whole community. And we're excited to bring you the matchup tonight. The 3-1 Rockets taking on the 0-4 Warren Dragons.
Always is with Warren. We've been obviously playing him for a long time, so we'll see what we can do as the Titusville Rockets will be receiving the kickoff to get things started. And
well, we've talked about this a lot at opening ball games. Is whether do you take the ball or do you not take the ball? TJ, you coach. What's your philosophy there? Does it depend upon who you're playing? Does it just solely depend upon your team?
Well, the new fad of football is to defer. I mean, people in the NFL are doing it, big-time college football. A lot of high schools are going to it. Personally, I do like to defer, too. I like putting my defense out there first, being an offensive guy. I just find it interesting with Warren being a young team, 0-4, coming on the road, playing this high-powered Titusville offense, doing that. But, hey, maybe they have a game plan. But if I'm Titusville, I'm telling my kids to be ready for some sort of onside kick or some sort of trick play right off the get-go, because Warren really has nothing to lose.
Right. And for me, if I'm Titusville, I'm like you, I want my offense on the field. I want to put you down 7-0 right off the bat if I can. So I think this works for Titusville.
Well, we'll find out. We were talking during warm-ups whether or not they're going to kick deep, Steve. So we'll find out here real quick as Charlie Blum will be kicking off for Warren to get this home game coming off. We got two deep, but we'll see when I get that far. O'Neill's one side, and they're going to skip it. And it's going to be picked up at about the 25, out across the 25 to 30, 35, 40, out to the 43. Nice job of picking the ball up and got a good return. That would be Blake Ross.
Yeah, that's the problem you have with the young team and his special teams. You kick it off short because you don't want their best players to get their hand on it, but at the same time you got to make a tackle. Here, Titusville's going to have the ball at their own 43 to start this ball game. That's good field position.
So it's first down and 10, Titusville at their own 43, just underway. A few seats left on the far side if you'd like to get down here. One of the things that Titusville has been doing the last 2-3 games is a lot of offensive shifts, and has played well into their offensive scheme. You got Mung on the wing left, 2 in the backfield, and now those shifts. Send Mung to the right side. Schmidt will come wide. The ball will go to Koval. Koval will drive straight ahead across the 45 to about the 47. You know, TJ, one of the things I've said about Koval all season is the yards of gain after contact. Really important.
Well, he's a patient runner. What I've seen of him, I mean, he picks up his yards, but he does a great job getting into the hole, following his blockers, following those pulling guards when they give him that chance. But he has the speed, too. When he pops out into the clear, he can take it, but very patient runner. Very patient.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about him putting his hand right on the back of a lead blocker and just waiting.
We preach that in this offense. We want our tailbacks doing that, to follow those guards and actually touch the guard that's pulling in front of you.
McDonald rolling to his right, passes out to Mung at the 50, the 45. Nice block downfield by Schmidt. Down to the 35, maybe the 32 of Warren.
Yeah, there they lost Mung coming across here in the flats. This is just a real quick pitch and catch. Nobody there with Mung. The linebacker's supposed to go with him. Didn't go. Good blocking downfield. Put your head down. Make them pay for the tackle. And Titusville, good position.
I like the high percentage throw to start McDonald off. Give him a little bit of confidence to complement what we can do here with Koval in the run game.
First down and 10. We're at the Warren 33.
Is that how that works?
Titusville
Jim, you're doing a good job.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Building confidence.
Straight ahead. And respect that. It is Koval out around the right side. And I was watching the quarterback thinking we ran an RPO, but we didn't.
And that's that speed you were talking about, TJ. He really turned it on to get around that corner.
When they show this replay, you'll see him get in behind these guards, and then when they create that hole, he just takes it to the outside and it's over. I mean, that's buck sweep at its finest. That's exactly how you draw it up from a coaching standpoint.
Well, Ward's got a linebacker that's got to learn how to pursue that. He took too sharp of an angle, extra point. He kicked it before the official was actually positioned to make the call. But again, Warren, in this offense, when you're facing Titusville, tackle, your pursuit angles are going to be critical.
Yeah,
you come
really
too
are.
Sharp, he's going to get outside you, and you just saw a glimpse of what Koval will do to you if he gets outside. You got to do a better job of taking angles. Right there's the young man that took a shallow angle. Yeah, and arm tackles will not bring Jackson down to the ground.
Yeah,
You've got to get shoulders
For
on it.
Warren to have a chance, they have to limit the big play. You're absolutely right.
7-0 Titusville. Didn't take long. And that's why we were wondering why Warren deferred. Now they got to play from behind. Chatham will set it up to tee off. They have 2 back, deep at about the 15 for Warren. Catch numbers here in a second. I would imagine we'll kick deep. Young Chatham, junior, with a kick. And it's going to go short. You're taking it at the 31-yard line of Warren, up across the right side. Pretty good coverage by Titusville. He gets out to the 35, maybe the 36. Warren put it in play, first down and 10.
I'm not a kicker, but my guess is there. I don't think that's the way he.
I think he
It looked like he got that under the ball a lot.
He kicked the tee 15 yards. Yeah, he got under it too much.
Joe and I are used to that on our golf swings.
First down and 10, Warren.
No joke.
I wish I could argue with you, Luke, but I can't.
Warren will send Boozer wide to the left. And I believe they have Bleach wide to the right to get the ball up to the young tailback coming through, and he gets nothing as Mung is in there quickly.
Is that Mung or
28?
That was Schmidt, number 28.
Schmidt coming in off that left side.
First quarter, and I've already not right.
Put your glasses
But
back
well,
on.
I was right twice last week.
I heard that. I didn't believe it, but I heard it.
And no game to play call, 2nd down and 10.
This is where I think Titusville is going to shine tonight. I think defensively they've really stepped up their game as the weeks have gone by, and I really look for them to really stand out on defense.
Cheney puts a man in motion to the left. Gives the ball off to the running back coming across the left side, and he breaks through the 35, 37, maybe out to the 38, pick up maybe a 3 or so in the play. Bring up a 3rd down.
And I think that's Koval coming in very
Yeah,
quickly up from
it
the
was.
safety position. You're going to see him attack right up, and then the defense does a nice job of reading the play, not letting him outside. Koval comes in and fills that gap. That's the pursuit angle you want to have.
Gain of 1 on the play.
You guys may
Brings
have to
up-
help me with some names. Number 5 for Titusville did a great job there, scraping across, taking on 2 blockers to allow Koval to make that play. I've been impressed watching these games with Titusville's linebacker play. The Miller kid is a really good player, 88.
Yeah, Miller,
He's
very
a
much
really
so.
good player.
Cheney is a quarterback.
Number 5 is Jaden
looking
O'Neill,
blitz.
who's dancing all around and blitzes.
Oh, quarterback coming up through, and he's across the 40, 45, maybe enough for the first down, depending on the spot. Yeah, Jaden O'Neill is number 5.
Yeah, and he does a nice job here. He guesses the snap count and takes on the blocker, but he's got to see the quarterback. He ran right by the quarterback. Get off the block and tackle the quarterback. They're going to be punting this ball instead of having 4th and 1.
They're going to run it, 4th down and 1. They're going to keep
I
it.
would too.
Watch for
nothing to lose.
Watch for the hard count here. That's what we'd be yelling from the sideline. Get a cheap first down here.
We've had a little bit of a habit of jumping that a little bit. Interior line. We'll see what they're going to do. Warren will send doubles both ways. Cheney, a quarterback, gives it off to the tailback. Nice job, Mung.
But I don't know if he's
I
going to
don't
stop
think
him
he got
in time. Depends upon where the far guy marks it. Mung doing a nice job. We've seen that a lot off of Cameron Mung.
Very close to a first down.
They're going to measure this one.
He may have it. Nope, they're saying he did not have it. So Titus will take over on downs.
Cameron Mung does a nice job here coming off the edge quickly. He steps up, reads it, and then reacts and brings the ball carrier down. He's going to come from our left side. There's the read and the attack down the line of scrimmage. That's you can't play it much better than that.
The way he broke down gave him the chance to make the play. He didn't overrun it. I mean, I've heard great things about Mung, too, and watching him on film, tremendous player as well. Titusville's got a very dynamic group.
2 to the left for Titusville, and there's a flag.
Warren not set. They had a defensive lineman running onto the field late. And they take a timeout.
So a quick start for Titusville, guys. We're up 7-0 on the first drive. Got the possession in the short field at the 41 of Warren. So this could be a very major kick in the face, so to speak, for the Dragons if we put it in this time.
Well, I don't really like to second-guess coaches. You know me better than that. But I'm not too sure, even at 4th and 1 around midfield, if I'm Warren, that I want to give Titusville the ball here. I'm more tempted to believe that I think I'd have to kick it away. Because you never know. You'd be hoping maybe for a turnover or something that way, but make them go the length of the field. Don't give them short fields. You're just making this hill a whole lot steeper to climb.
Punting and playing good defense is a lost art. It really is in the game of football today, but it still works.
Yoder wide to the left for Titusville. Mung is in the wing left. They'll shift here, I'm guessing. And I guess wrong. Oh, there they go. Miller and Mung now switch to the right side. Schmidt comes in the slot left. And McDonald's rolling to his left. Throws over the middle. Pass complete.
Oh, good stick.
Big stick. Number 13. Really nice job. That would Blake Patrick Ross for Warren.
Yeah, that's a nice hello right there. That's the kind of hits we want our kids to be making in the secondary. Ian might want to get rid of that just a bit quicker, but that's a good tackle right there. Now, that might be a case of bang, bang, not being able to get out of the way of each other, but that's a good stick.
We run that play at Shaler. It's called Waggle Snake.
What?
Waggle Snake, the outside guy does a snake route back to the sideline. Just a visual for the guy to know what route he's running. But Cameron Mung was open on the backside post there. That could be something we could come back to.
2 to the left, 1 to the right for Titusville. Mung over across the middle. Pass is complete. Across the middle, driving down inside the 20. And that was Cameron Mung from the weak side. And it'll be at the 21.
one of the things that's impressive there is the run, the yards he gets after he makes the catch after contact. Here's Titusville's going to watch get 5 yards right here.
Kevin Brown wants to, oh, I'll wait.
Titusville with the push. Picks up the first down with McDonald.
Kevin Brown says, let's remind Jim of how big this rivalry used to be. Toby Shea versus Buck Crab. So many great games.
Yeah, I remember those games.
Well, to take it back, even maybe a little bit before that, was Eddie O'Neill and
John Clark.
John Clark, and then Romanishin. And
well, yeah.
Those boys.
Clark and O'Neill had a great competition going, especially in javelin.
Javelin, right?
Yeah. Yep. First down and 10, Titusville to Warren 19. First quarter action. Titusville put 2 to the left, and Yoder and Schmidt. McDonald's going to throw. Now he pulls it down. Now he's rolling to his right. Got him in. Going to go to the end zone. Touchdown. Yes, great catch.
Yeah, great catch by Monks. We've seen this out of McDonald here over the last 2 to 3 weeks. The touch he has and the accuracy, particularly on these balls that are going 30 plus. Really amazing. He's done a nice job here over the last few weeks. Good pump fake, doesn't panic.
He puts it up with Monks and catch it.
Yeah, Monks the only one that's going to catch this ball.
Knowing who you're throwing to, and I watched Ian McDonald in warm-ups throwing off balance, and he was doing just that. And to make that throw for a high school kid, that's impressive.
That sure is.
Yeah, it is. This goes to Joe Roddy. Joe, I might buy a lottery ticket tonight on the way home. My pick to click looks pretty good tonight.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good already.
Yeah, not too bad.
That Mom makes him look good.
I do remember that I was never good at picking.
Well,
everybody I picked would, I don't know if it was the pressure.
It was an
but they were
honor.
always
It was an
terrible.
honor when we saw the Joe Roddy pick to click.
By the way, Joe tonight brought to you proudly by Titusville Dairy Products Company and by McElroy's Flower Shop. Don't forget to get your flowers for homecoming. Not too late to do that.
14-0 Titusville first quarter, and pretty much what we thought was going to happen here. Again, I go back to the kickoff. I don't understand it. Deferring and letting Titusville get up on them. Now it's a whole different type of an offense.
Well, I like how aggressive Titusville was there.
Yeah.
After that little, they didn't make it on fourth down there, go at them. Let Ian throw the ball a little bit. That's a smart coaching move.
All set to go with Chatham teeing it up. Kick's going to be short to the right side, taking it to 29, dropped it, and now it picks it up, comes up the right side, and he's not going anywhere. Good coverage by Titusville.
That's a nice tackle there for Titusville.
It looks like Miller was one.
Yeah, Miller was in there on the tackle. That's a good tackle. Unfortunately, the whistle blew. I don't think anybody heard it, but he dropped the ball and was on his knee when he picked it up. In high school, you're automatically down.
I don't have a 42 in my Titusville roster. Joe, do you have a 42? First down and 10, Warren. He was also in on the tackle for Titusville. Doubles to the left side for Warren. Second possession for the Dragons. Ball's given off the tailback, come up the right side, cuts to the inside. That's a good little run. Aiden Corbett, 5'8" freshman for Warren.
Miller on the tackle from the middle linebacker. You can see Titusville out of alignment. Miller's calling him over to the other side. Attack up, O'Neill tacks up, takes the tackler or the blocker away, and then that allows for the scraping linebacker to make the tackle.
Warren ran a play very similar to Titusville's bread and butter. I heard from a viable source that Warren will do that. Warren will copy opponents they play. They'll pick plays that work for the other team and run them, and there it was.
Ball's handed off once again to the tailback, who up through the left side. He's going to get a pretty good gain out of it. Pick up about 4.
Yeah, right now we're a little slow off the ball, off the defensive line. Warren's getting into our kids a little bit, allowing them to pick up 3-4 yards of carry here. We're going to have to start getting low, getting off the ball a little quicker.
I was just going to say the same thing. If Warren, one thing Warren is doing fairly decent is on an offensive line. They're getting blocks on the defensive line and holding them.
Well, it's the Warren's front 5 are not small kids. They're big boys.
Yeah, 240, 270 in the line. Snap, ball given off the tailback once again, straight ahead. And he'll get across the 40 to about the 42. It'll be a first down and 10 for Warren.
Well, he'll get a first down here, but a little slug there from somebody getting up off the pile. But One of the things I like there, Hayden O'Neill, number 5, does a nice job. He's not dancing at the line of scrimmage. He has to read that, fills that first rocket to get his hands on the ball carrier. So we may see more base-type defense here coming up for Titusville than trying to make Warren do something stupid.
Warren will send Rista wide to the left. We got a man in the wing lefts. And the slot left. The ball's given off to the tailback. He goes through, and Mr. Miller says hello to him.
Miller does a nice job of beating the block. He's just there right off the snap, beats the block, finds the ball carrier, and brings him down for a loss.
Loss of about 3 on the play. Second down, well, make it 2. Second down and 12. Still in the first quarter, 14-0 Titusville. 4:42 to go here in the first quarter. Great crowd here from Titusville. Grandstands full. Bleachers across the way are full.
Yeah, but Warren's got a nice little following here tonight, too.
They do.
Yeah,
they filled up quite a little bit here since the beginning. Trips left side for Warren. Now they put a man in motion to the right. Sini gives the ball off to the tailback, straight ahead, and he'll pick up, get back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a little bit more.
Miller again in there. The linebacking core right now, this is what you want your down lineman to do, is pick up some blockers, allow the linebackers to roam. And looks like number 77 for Warren. I don't know whether he was cramping or what, but he just plopped down there right quick.
Pretzel is a 6'2", 260-pound tackle, so he'll be down.
Almost looks like a cramp, but I'm not too sure.
A couple comments here, guys. Chad Cheney says, hello, TJ. You sound good on the mic.
Good old number 37, Chad Cheney. Good hearing from him. He was a good football player. He was a good baseball player, too. Hell of a wrestler, too.
I want to say hi to Dan Beck, watching in Long Island. Hi, Dan. Hope you're doing well. He says he remembers one classic game between Warren and the Rockets, 67 or 68 at Warren. Dragons were leading 8-0 early in the fourth quarter, and Rockets ended up winning like 30-8 or something like that. So a lot of memories here between Titusville and Warren.
Well, you're talking about Toby Shea and Buck Crabb, and those are some really, really good duels during the seasons that both those men coached.
Yeah, look at that. Joe's got that shot of the crowd. Look at that on the home side. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's just a big turnout for tonight. And great weather. The young man from Warren's going to get up. Looks like a little limp to him. Hopefully he's okay. Big boy, 260 pounds. You don't like to lose a lineman like that.
Warren has always had size. I remember back in our days, late 90s, early 2000s, they were always one of the biggest teams we played against.
Well, we'll see what happens here. 3rd down and 9. The ball's at the Warren 43. We need a stop here, get him into a punt situation.
Did you guys build that time in after a game? Like if you knew you were playing up against a team like Warren where you know they have big guys, did you just count on Saturday, okay, I'm going to be icing up quite a bit? Or I think back in the day you were probably playing Warren on a Saturday.
We did.
Yeah, so did we.
We played on him on a Saturday.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Trips left side for Warren. And now a timeout by Warren, I believe.
Now, what we ended up doing on when we played him Saturday is Sunday morning in church, you'd sit there and be nodding off because you were so tired and sore.
We never liked those Saturday games. It just throws the whole week off. We clinched a playoff spot my senior year, 1997, at Warren in a great game on their homecoming, 28-20, and it was hot as all get out. In October, it was unseasonably warm, and our conditioning won us that game. I mean, Dad, Coach Wiley, had a good game plan, kept rolling me out, and we tuckered out their big linemen, and it won us the game, and we clinched a playoff spot and the TCAC title.
By the way, totally nothing to do with football, but Christmas present for your dad. You need to get him a cowboy hat.
He has some. He has a couple cowboy hats.
Why don't wear them? He gives me a bad time about my hats.
Listen, just tell him to keep it down, old man. Keep it down. You can hear him from across the county.
3rd down and 9 at the 43 for Warren. Put a man in motion to the right. Sini waiting for the snap. And he gives it off, and it's a reverse. Nice job, Tom.
Cameron Mung.
Wow, nice job.
Again, Warren is running one of Titusville's plays. That's our counter crisscross. They don't run it as well as Cameron Mung runs it.
That'll bring up a 4th down and 9. That's what Titusville wants to do, get them in a punt situation.
One of the things you can't tell from the replay, we can't tell from up here, is what kind of communication Titusville is yelling down there. You see that guy cutting back, you know you're yelling reverse so that the other side knows it's coming. The way he moved early.
Flag.
There it is. Good punt, though.
Yeah, he's a good kicker. Both these ball clubs have good punters. I was watching them in warm-ups.
Okay, but I'll be honest with you.
That'd be different.
If I'm punting the ball,
I'm not kicking it.
I'm not kicking it down the middle of the field with him standing back there.
Keep it away from 22. Kick it right out of bounds.
You're kicking this thing out of bounds.
Absolutely.
Where he's at now, I want him aiming from Titusville's 30-yard line.
You get a couple of blockers for him, and it's all over.
You don't need many.
That's right. So it's 4th and long. Looks like another movement, but no flag. And it's going to hit at the 40 and bounce backwards. It'll be spotted at about the 39.
All right. Yeah, I know. I'll give them a break on that one. Not really much of a chance to get over there. What they're getting on me about is one of my cardinal rules is you're catching, you're a punt returner, you never let the ball bounce.
He mentions it in his book, TJ, every chapter.
No, amen. If you come watch a game, I'm coaching, I am always screaming to my return men, field the ball.
No. TJ, don't feed into that.
I'm sorry. It's
you got that move button there.
It must be a quarterback thing,
It must be.
It must be a quarterback thing.
1st down and 10, Titusville. Ball's at the Rockets 40.
We want good field position.
Right, exactly.
Trips right side. I'm going on with the game. Quick out right side. It goes to Koval. Look out. Across the 50, 45. Touchdown Titusville. They're not going to get him.
Great call.
Great call. Screen. And we take her in 60 yards. Pass and catch and run.
It's a nice call. It is a nice call, but I tell you what, the execution was dead on. Ian throws that ball just enough upfield to watch this throw, upfield, see how Jackson's drifting back. He's got to stop and get going upfield when he makes the catch. Now he's got the momentum going. He just outruns him there.
Another play I run, it's called quick jailbreak. You release all the linemen downfield like they're on a jailbreak, get in people's way and let your athlete be the athlete that he is. Great call.
Kick us up and good. You know, you football coaches must watch a lot of cartoons. quick jailbreak, sausage left.
Well, some people called it tunnel screen. I mean, we called it jailbreak, and it worked, and that's what we've gone with. I don't know what Coach Reynolds is calling it, but hey, it worked, and it's 6 points.
Back in my day, 50s, when I played 1 year of football with Art Brady, that's history. We ran 32 straight. You know, everything was numbered.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it was that way in the 70s and 80s, too.
Was it?
That's how we did it.
See, under John Wiley, we ran lightning pro trips right, flip-flop, Kansas City sprint right, throwback left. No joke, that was a play.
Too much television.
Anybody that played for John Wiley, you remember that play.
Mine was pro 36 option.
Run it again.
There you go, run her again. Pitch the ball, son.
You want to go to the concession stand, Jim?
Yeah.
By the way, big thanks to Corky's providing the crew with a delicious meal once again here tonight. Thank you, Lori, and everybody out there, and the Titusville Beverage, Pop and Water. Big thanks all season here at home.
If he can, go deep because they're up. There it is. Nice
off the hands. It's going to have to pick it up. He's got to get it. He's at the 3. Comes across the 3, the 5. And we stayed home and get him at the 7. That's just a good job coverage by Titusville kickoff team.
And I don't know who recognized it. I don't know whether the kicker turned when he got ready to kick and saw it, or somebody said something from the sidelines. But Warren's return team had moved everybody up to the 20-yard line, and the kicker sees it, goes deep with the kick, gets it over their heads, puts them in a hole again.
Yeah, the complexion is changing quickly here at the game. It's just 2:29 to go.
I could be wrong here. I think that's what Chatham has been trying to do the first 2 kicks, but he's kicked the tee. I think that was the game plan, was that hard squib kick to try to scoot it between, get it on the turf and roll around, but they executed that time.
Doubles to the right for Warren. Giving off to the tailback, coming across the left side, and a host of brown jerseys will meet him there at about gain of maybe 2 in the play.
Now you're seeing now, Joe, it looks like to me now that the down linemen for Titusville's defensive front have decided we're not going to let you push us around anymore.
Yeah, exactly, and I don't know if that injury to number 77, that probably helps make that a little easier, but yeah, I think you're right. Those guys don't like getting pushed around. They probably got a little talking to on the sideline.
Doubles left side now for Warren. 2nd down and 9. Ball's going to get to the tailback coming up across the left side. Nice drive through. He'll be into about the 12.
Miller just missed him in the backfield.
I think that was Kerr that made the tackle, 78.
And that's, again, we're getting our defensive down people, the two inside guys, 68, 78, really gumming things up. And our linebackers now are starting to run free, and we are attacking in the backfield.
Third down and 5.
Great to see Kerr. He was injured, I think it was last game. Glad to see he's doing all right and playing well still.
Again, Warren will send 2 left side. They have a 3rd down and 5 at their own 12-yard line. Titusville up 3 scores. Man in motion to the left. Rolling left, throws up short. I think Mung got in there.
I think he got a hand on that.
Yeah, somebody hit it, and I think it looked like it was Cameron Mung. Does a nice job, quick off the edge. Mung's playing like a stand-up defensive end on the right side, and you're going to see, as soon as the ball snap, he's just coming off, and he's beating the tackle. Can't get there, but he gets his hands up. And Mung's a big boy. He's about 6'2".
I was just going to add to that. Mung is a nice, rangy-looking athlete. I met him up in the locker room. He's an impressive-looking athlete.
4th down and long. Warren will kick once again. Pretty good punch. Going to go to the right side. They're kicking away. Hits it to 45 to 40, and it rolls into the 35-34 of Titusville. So Titusville having to play 1st down and 10, and Jake Jackson did not have a chance at that one either, gentlemen.
No, I'm saying I know they're kicking away from it, and that's a smart thing to do if you're Warren. If I'm Titusville, though, I'm thinking about putting somebody else back there. Putting 2 guys back there so that the ball's caught and returned. See what happens with my punt return team.
Or Jackson is thinking, let this bounce, get a little further back.
I get more yards. That might be something, too.
Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Junior Gumba says, Buck Crab, 46 slam green.
I never ran that one.
I don't know.
I don't either. Titusville 1st down and 10. They have it at their own 34, leading 21-0. Pitch across the left side. It comes to Koval. Koval across the 45, 50. And I got good angle on him. They can get him. And they push. They get him out of bounds about the 12.
Yeah, that's a good angle. He had to come all the way across the field to do that. Boy, if he misses him, we break another one big. This is just, we do a nice job up front. We seal it a little bit. We get a good block coming up downfield. Might have got away with one there. And then it's just outruns him.
Cameron Mung's block was phenomenal, sealing the edge. Outstanding block by 20.
Yeah, he does a nice job in that wing position where he can just crash that whole line down.
Yeah.
And, once Jackson gets loose, he's tough to catch. You can catch him, but it's going to be 30, 40 yards downfield.
Tip your cap to Warren. The kids took good pursuit angles. That's why you teach that. That's why you go over it. That's a good athlete that they ran down and didn't let him score.
Titusville will send 3 to the right. Keep Koval in the backfield. Now he's going to move to the left side in motion. Quick pass to Schmidt. Schmidt's going to get down close to the 15.
Not a bad job reactionary by defense for Warren. That pass is going to be thrown quick. He does a nice job of coming up, wrapping, and holding on.
Jim, that was slot jailbreak that time. Slot jailbreak.
There'll be a quiz at the end of the game.
I flunked already. And the first quarter is going to come to an end with Titusville leading 21-0. Second quarter coming right up. Stay with us.
J. Gill Plumbing and Heating takes pride in being the premier heating and air conditioning service provider in the area. With over 30 years of experience, our highly skilled and certified technicians will work closely with you to address your heating and air conditioning repair, installation, or maintenance needs. Our team is dedicated to making your home the ultimate place of comfort. Call today to get a free estimate. We also offer financing options and membership opportunities that provide peace of mind and cost savings. Call J. Gill Plumbing and Heating today or visit them online 24/7 at jgillplumbingheating.com. ProThreads Print Shop is the area's premier screen printing and embroidery company. Locally owned, ProThreads prides themselves in specializing in school and travel sportswear and fan gear, as well as business and corporate apparel. Get your team mascot or company logo screen printed, embroidered, or engraved on just about anything. ProThreads Print Shop is now open by appointment at 130 East State Street in Pleasantville, where you'll find Rocket gear to wear year-round. Check them out on Facebook or visit them at ProThreadsPrintShop.com for superior service with personalized attention. Talk to the pros at ProThreads Print Shop.
Titusville with the ball, open up second quarter, second down and 5. They put Schmidt in the wing left. Now they're going to switch, move him to the slot, bring Mung to the right side. High snap, but it goes to Koval. Koval up the middle, and he's going to be driving him straight ahead, close to the touchdown. Beat about the 1.
I don't know about you, TJ, but I thought that was excellent ball handling for me and McDonald. The snap was high.
He caught it one-handed and gave it to him. Yeah.
Here comes the push play.
Yeah, I like what Titusville does here. And again, this is something, all good coaches, we steal things. I'm looking to steal this little package where Titusville gets right on the ball after a big play and hits it real quick with a sneak. I love this. Now, in high school football, you're not allowed to push the quarterback. What Titusville does is they push the guards next to the quarterback to get a surge.
O'Neal goes wide left. Ball is given straight ahead to Koval, and he's in for the touchdown. 11:18 to go in the half. Titusville in with the 4th touchdown, 27-0.
That's just a nice little belly play. You bring your wing, you fold him to the inside. It's almost like an old school ISO with the lead fullback, but you're bringing Mung from the wing position. It's called belly.
Yeah, that's what I liked about it is I watching Mung come back. Extra point attempt coming up for Titusville. Chatham on the snap. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 11:18 to go in the half. Titusville 28. Yeah, that's... Run that again. Now, was he ahead of the runner? Did he go in before? Because here's Colville.
Yeah, Mung's already
up
supposed
into
to fold through.
Yeah,
I think he got lost in the trap. And Koval, again, with his patience, he just burrowed his way in there. That's old school football. I mean, that's just an old school football play.
Now, the other thing, too, there is that when Mung hits that hole and goes in, there wasn't anybody there to block. The guard and the center had already pushed their way into the end zone. He's just kind of making sure that there's nobody else with a hand there. But again, good job. Titusville's front 5 offensively right now. Absolute domination up front.
Well, and this is what you got to do. You have to got to do. This is what you need to do when you are wanting to head for the playoffs.
Well, when
you got to beat these teams this way. You got to control things.
Right.
Chatham to kick off. Again, good kick. It's going to be mishandled once again.
It's going to go in the end zone.
Goes into the end zone.
That's a touchback.
Yeah, and I think it's in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20.
Yeah, in high school, as soon as it comes across that end zone, it's an automatic touchback.
Absolutely.
But that's gotta do a better job of catching that thing. That's the second one they've tried to reach out and grab.
Or just let it go.
Just let it go
and get the touchback.
First down and 10. The ball will be spotted at the 20-yard line of Warren. If you just joined us again, 28-0. Great crowd here tonight. It's really nice to see, like you were saying, TJ. It's what it's all about. And it's been like this since I started watching Rocket football a couple days ago. Snap goes off to the tailback, coming across, nice cutback, but good coverage by the Titusville defense. Close this thing down quickly.
Mung staying at home and then Miller coming in, cleaning up from the inside out. That's just the way you play it.
Well, to add what you guys were saying earlier, our D-line is starting to control the line of scrimmage, and it's allowing our stud linebacking crew to be the studs that they are. That is what's happening right now. Everybody's doing their 111.
Yeah, if Warren can't get people on our linebackers, you're only going to get a yard or two.
Like I said, I'm very impressed with Titusville's linebacker play. Very impressed.
Warren now will send 2 to the left. They have a man in the wing right. Ball is given off to the tailback, trying to get to the outside. Nice job by Yoder, but he cuts up field. He's out across the 25 to 30, and he'll have enough for the first down.
That time they got outside. They did a nice blocking on the far side. I didn't see who it was, but we'll take a look here.
Yoder, I thought, brought him in.
Well, they kick Yoder out right there. The tackle does, and we're just a little bit late scraping there.
Colville comes up for the
Colville
hit.
comes up and makes the tackle here. You're still in control of this thing. You're still controlling the line. You're going to get these plays. Warren's going to get one or two of these on you.
Warren sends two to the right. Keeps the man in the wing left. Snap's given off, tailback cuts it up the middle, very quickly in to make the hit.
Who's 12 for Titusville? I don't have their roster.
12
Blake
is
Ross.
Blake Ross.
Blake Ross. He was real quick on that one.
You know, another player that I've been impressed with, TJ and Steve, over the last 5 games, and you don't hear his name mentioned a lot, is Riley Winters on the offensive and defensive line. He's had some good ball games, and I just watched him here play a couple minutes ago. But he's a tough kid.
Well, looking at this Blake Ross kid, he's 6 foot, 165 pounds. He's a nice, lanky, rangy player, kind of like a smaller Cameron Mung.
Warren with it one right. Ball's given off again to the tailback. Leads by 75, and he's going to get out to the 39. This 75's doing a good job pulling. I'll get a name here for you. 75 is Lingerhoff. 5'7", 230, 5'7", 230. But
he's a junior.
Good job.
But that's twice. They've pulled him on both of these plays where they picked up 7 to 8 yards. So he's doing a nice job lead blocking.
3rd down and 9 as Warren has the ball out to their own 39. 3rd down and 1, excuse me. At the 39. Doubles left for Warren. Tailback cuts it up the middle, have the first down. And he's going to be brought down about the 40-yard line.
Got away with a hold there on the inside on that play. The guard coming across, I think, had a hold of some brown jersey that wasn't called.
And Hancock in on the tackle for Titusville. 1st down and 10, ball at the 39. Checked at 42 of Warren. Again, doubles to the left side, wing right for Dragons. Ball's given off to the running back coming across the right side, and he's going to get the outside, pick up maybe 3 on the play.
Yeah, it looked like O'Neal scraping from the linebacker position, coming down the line of scrimmage, making the tackle there they only give him a yard on that.
Eager is a freshman, 5'5", 155. They got 2 running backs now are freshmen. Going to get themselves some experience, I was saying, watching a couple of years to see these kids mature.
Warren keeps pulling these guards. They're big kids. I hope they don't tucker themselves out by doing this.
Yeah.
But it does. It looks like they're taking a page out of Titusville's book. It really does.
Doubles left for Titusville, wing right. Check that. Doubles left for Dragons, wing right. Ball again given off to the tailback, coming across the outside. Cuts it to the outside. J.J. Miller runs him down.
Miller in quick, does a nice job taking the angles. Cuts off him. He wants to bring this outside and then try to cut it back. Miller's not having any of the cutback. And he's just not able to get away from him.
When you're playing against an offense that pulls the guards, if you're a linebacker, you read those guards. Yeah. That guard will take you right to the play, and Miller did a great job. Guards pulled out here to the press box side, and he stretched out and made a good play.
Sensing going wide to the right. They got a slot and a wing right. Slot right, excuse me. Doubles the left side. Quarterback back to throw. The pass is going to be complete. Good hit by McDonald.
Got to love it when the quarterback gets a chance to hit somebody.
Absolutely. I love it. I had this weird head coach when I played. He never let me play defense till my senior year.
Me either. But one of the things you'll notice out of quarterbacks, when they do get that chance to tackle, it's always a great form tackle.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, I've had enough of this.
Hey, real quick, we'll wait for this and then I'll mention it.
4th down punt, low snap. Good job by the kicker. It's going to be hit at the 30, and Titusville's going to get out of the way. It'll roll dead at about the 28-yard line, the 18-yard line.
I want to say hi to the folks watching down at Fat Chad's Brewery tonight. Also want to say hi to the group of folks watching at Ironworks this evening. They actually sent a picture of them watching the game down at Ironworks.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. It's a good thing because there's no room up here for it.
Yeah.
It's a packed house.
We
appreciate that.
on my business trip last week, couldn't see the game, so I got back to my hotel room as quick as I could. My hotel room had a nice 55-inch TV, and it was a smart TV, so it took me a little bit, but I finally got the broadcast up
the
on the
TV
big
was
TV.
smart.
Yeah, the TV was smart, yeah. It took me a little bit of time to figure it out.
Well, we ordered that for you for your room.
I appreciate that.
We have a penalty flag, and I believe somebody lined up offside for Warren. I think that was what I saw.
Fat Chad's and Ironworks, two great establishments. I've been very impressed with the Ironworks. Coming back home here, my wife and I, she's a Titusville girl. Ironworks is a great little spot, for Titusville, having the history that it does. It's a great establishment.
Well, that's where we talked about a month ago at class reunion.
Yep.
First down and 5, Titusville now with the penalty. It's a 17. And the ball is kept by McDonald, and he gets to the outside at about the...
That's Mung with it, isn't it?
Yeah, that was the counter crisscross.
That's the counter,
Ian McDonald was lead blocking through.
Well, they crisscrossed me up.
Hey, dude, watch the fake here, though. Watch what Warren does with 1, 2, 3 guys by Jackson Koval. He didn't have the ball.
They didn't follow the guards like you're supposed to.
Oil Creek Plastics, we'd like to thank them for our instant replay tonight and all throughout this football season.
Well, our entire sports season, they're with us. Everything we do.
Yep.
Doubles to the right would be Yoder. I believe it's Schmidt in the slot right. On the snap. McDonald wants to throw. He's trying to get to the outside, and he throws it away. See if he was out of bounds or what they might call here.
Threw that one into the stands.
Yeah,
that's exactly what he should have done.
I would have liked to have seen him do it a little earlier.
Yeah.
That play was a no-go from the start. Take your loss, just throw it away, live to fight another day, 2nd and 3rd and 10 or whatever the down is here. Ian's a competitor, and you can tell. He wants to extend that play, but sometimes you got to make the right decision.
Well, it's very hard, too, as a quarterback, when you're being harped on in practice. You got to throw that ball to the numbers. You got to throw it to the numbers, and then all of a sudden they're yelling at you, throw it to the blonde in the 3rd row. Wait a minute.
He threw it to the blonde at the Ironworks.
I want to bring that back up because I don't know, Steve, if you'll be excited about this or not.
Okay.
Mung in motion. Ball's given off to Koval. Clicks to the outside, and he's hit, and he's going to drag ahead, push ahead. And I think enough for the first down,
It'll
maybe
be
a little
close.
short. It'll be 3rd down, and
that's the other aspect of Koval's ability, his run game. He's hard to bring down. It's not a matter that he's quick, fast, and can outrun you. You can get to him, doesn't mean you can get him down.
So Danny Mason and the crew down at Ironworks, they'd like to start a GoFundMe page so we can get the first down line on the field. But I need to tell them before that, Steve wants his telestrator.
Yeah.
He wants to draw, which would be scary, TJ.
That would be entertaining to watch, though. That would add to the entertainment value of the broadcast.
Oh,
nice,
we're going to
very
get 5,
nice.
an easy first down.
That's experienced quarterback play there. A little voice inflection on a short yardage situation, get a free first down. That's a heads-up play by my pick-to-click Ian McDonald.
Well, the other thing is, again, we've talked about it, again, how young, and this is one of the younger high school football teams I've seen in a long time. But you've only got 2 seniors on your roster.
Yes.
And you're playing 2 freshman running
hard to
backs
compete.
and stuff. You make these kind of mistakes. Hopefully, like you say, they, in a couple of years, they've learned from all this, and this suffering they're doing now pays off for them.
Single to the left for Titusville. Pitch to Koval. Koval cuts to the outside, back up the middle. Nice block. And right ahead with Mung. He'll go across the 50s, about the 46 of Warren. That was a nice run.
Well, he'll do a nice job here when he comes through. He's going to set this guy up for the move. Watch. There's a good read here, right here. Oh, we're going to come here. I get the block there. Now watch here, and I'm just going to go here.
Sophomore Jackson Koval would have bounced that to the outside.
quickly.
Senior Jackson Koval had the patience to get those extra yards, tough yards. Again, his patience is very impressive.
Where are you, Joe? Oh, I see you down there.
I'm over by the student section.
Warren's got 2-on-3 out there. Double
Mung
pass.
comes in motion. It's a double pass.
It's open.
And
Touchdown.
wide open. There's Koval. Can't get there. Oh, my.
I'm not too sure for Cameron Mung. I'm not too sure whether he was looking at Miller and then saw Koval breaking behind him. He looks like, yeah, he was looking at Koval and just overthrows him.
But
he had either one of them.
Rockets from the mid-90s through the early to mid-2000s. That's a John Wiley special right there. Quick double pass.
Well, and I think these players are looking to score right in front of this student section because they want them to just go crazy.
Well, and they want to get to 35 and get a fast clock, too, I think, which I would say is probably going to happen here at some point in time. Second down and 10, Mung in motion, and a whistle, and illegal procedure on Titusville. I didn't see most.
I don't know whether he was calling Mung for breaking upfield early, which I didn't think he did, or whether he saw something else.
I don't know.
Somebody you want to say hi to?
The Titusville community.
Troy
Bateshall, too. I saw that Troy is watching the broadcast. One of my high school best friends. Good to hear from Troy.
Titusville now will come out with a second down and 15. Culpepper go wide to the left. In motion goes Mung. Turns upfield. Quick pass to Mung at the 50. Across the 45, 40, 35. And knocked out of bounds at about the 30.
We got a flag back here after the play. I'm not too sure what it is.
I know
those offensive linemen have been going for pancakes all night, and I don't know if they're getting a little extracurricular activity or what.
It looks like he was pointing at Warren.
It's happening right here.
Yeah, it's happening right there. And they should have stopped. They're out of our screen. They should have stopped a long time before that, but I'm not too sure who they're going to end up getting on this, whether it'll be Warren or Titusville. I think it was Warren they originally pointed at.
I really didn't see anything downfield. It might have been that little extracurricular that was off screen.
I think it is. I think it's
the flag's back here at the Titusville.
I think it's the two linemen. I just don't know which one they're going to hit with.
Or is that why they're talking? They're going to give one to each of them.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. That's
offsetting penalties. It's hard to tell.
He's talking to the Warren coach, so they're picking up the flag, moving up towards the current line of scrimmage, which means it's probably going to go against Warren.
Wireless Mike tonight brought to you by Titusville Dairy Products Company and by McElroy's Flower Shop.
Hey, since we're saying hi to people watching the game, I've got a friend, family member basically, Peter Berger, who is in Switzerland, and I understand that he has the ability now to pick us up. So, Peter, if you're watching, it's good to have you with us, buddy. You lived with me in 1958.
And believe me, that probably wasn't easy.
I was going to say, is he the son that you really liked?
He's the brother that I like.
Oh, okay.
I like how Rocket football has gone global.
Yeah, there you go. So the penalty was against Warren, moves the ball down to the Warren 18-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Titusville, doubles right side. McDonald wants to throw, looking downfield, throws it up short, touchdown Titusville. Pass to Mung, and he was wide open, and just nice patience on McDonald's part.
Yeah, it's a good job by Ian McDonald, a good read, but he's got 4 or 5 seconds to throw the ball. As a defensive back, too, you can't cover somebody that long.
That's right.
You just can't do it. He's going to break free. He's going to run away from any linebacker that Warren has.
It's the potent running attack of Titusville, too, that opened that play. It's a play action to the other side. They bid on it. I mean, that's a nice call and a great execution.
Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. 35-0 Titusville with 3:25 left to go in the first half.
Well, one of the things I did happen to notice after that personal foul penalty, Warren's coach called his kid over. I don't know, I think he kept him off the field, talking to him a little bit, but I also saw the young man from Titusville being pulled over. Titusville's coach is sitting here talking with him, saying, hey, let's just not get something stupid going here, because you don't want something dumb to happen where even if the guy gets mad at you and hip tosses you, when you put an arm down, you break a wrist, we lose you for the year. Those kind of things can happen easily.
Or the refs interpret it as a punch and you get kicked out, and now you're out the next game, too.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So a good job by both coaching staffs to say, hey, we want you playing hard, but keep your mouth shut, do things right.
go back and play.
Students look like they're having fun down there, Joe.
Yes, they are.
Hey, Joe, can you get out of there and come back to the sideline?
Oh, sure. Do you want me to take the face paint off too?
No, keep that on.
Oh, okay.
Titusville to kickoff. It'll be Chapman teeing it up. Kick is high. It's going to be taken at the 18, out across the 20, and going to be stopped there. Good coverage there by Titusville.
Joe, I wanted to know if you saw Mike Mitchum in the Rocket Man costume anywhere near that student section.
No, I see a lot of face paint, some glitter, but no, I don't see anybody dressed up as a Rocket.
The Rocket Man.
No.
That was like 96, 97. That was classic.
Yeah.
Mike Mitchum.
That sounds exactly like something Mitchum would do.
Yes.
So 3:19 to go in the half. Warren will have it first down and 10 at their own 28, down 35-0. Warren out of the huddle will send 2 to the left. It's an interesting thing, guys. Does Warren stay with their game plan because they're young, or do they go trying to throw? They're going to stay with their game plan. Runner up the middle, and he's going to be stopped at about the 32. I'm impressed that little kid. Number 3.
That was a decent little run there.
Aiden Corbett, freshman, 5'8", 140.
I personally think they're just going to stick with what they do. I mean, it's 35-0. They're a young team. I mean, if they try to press and do something they're not used to doing, it's already out of control. This thing's really going to snowball out of control. I could see them just pounding the rock doing what they've been doing.
Well, and they want to run the stuff, so to speak, that they're going to be staying with the next couple of years.
Yeah.
And to go to some kind of a passing game, something they're not used to at this young age, is not what's going to help them down the road. So.
What's that like, TJ, on the sidelines coaching in this situation for Warren? And I'm not saying that,
Oh, I've lived through this.
Okay,
I've coached through this.
So are you working on little things like, all right, guys, little things. Let's get a first down.
Exactly. Little victories, like moving the ball, putting a drive together, extending drives, making a completion on a play action, or those small little victories go a long way with the team. I actually read something on Warren coming up to this, too. I heard they're battling a lot of illness, too.
Yeah,
I mean,
this
poor team can't catch a break. But, yeah, Luke, you want to be patient in a situation like this. It's hard. Nobody wants to be 0-4, but you just got to do what you do and practice getting better at it.
Yeah, just be fundamentally sound.
Absolutely.
Do the little things that you're supposed to do to get better.
Doubles to the left side for Warren. Wing right.
Big split in that A-gap.
Ball's given off the tailback, coming across the right side. Now it cuts upfield. They're getting some good blocking on that right side. Pick up about 3, bring up a third down.
O'Neal up from the linebacker, and I think Yoder coming up to make the stops for Titusville. That's a good cut by the running back.
The other question I have, TJ, is with a young team like this, do you run plays that they don't have to think about? Just simple, you don't have to pick. Just you're running to the outside, just run to the outside.
You run your ABCs. That's what you do. You just, like you said, fundamentals, just get good at what we're doing. Because if you start trying to add on and do little wrinkles, it's going to make the kids look worse. It's going to add to the frustration, and then things just snowball out of control. You don't want that. It's just
so you don't run knock the stripes off the zebra play.
You don't want to do that. No.
Well,
like I said, I've lived through both of these. I've had really good teams, and I've had really young teams, and it's when you see the fruits of your labor, like you're seeing with Titusville's team this year, it's so much fun. But I've had teams in Warren's situation too, and it's frustrating. Like I said,
and what we want to impress upon the Warren fans and the Warren student body is we know what we're talking about here at Titusville. It wasn't too long ago.
Yes,
we were 2-8,
absolutely,
or worse.
Yeah.
So stick with it, work hard. It'll turn for you.
Yep.
Double left side.
And from Titusville's standpoint, they're already subbing in some of the younger guys. Are there other things that you do?
Well, I mean, in the situation they're in, I think you need to, Joe, because, again, they're battling injury. They're battling illness. I mean, if the remaining top guys get hurt, their season's going to be over.
They might have just lost their running back.
That kid runs hard. You said he's a freshman?
Hard. Yeah, he's a freshman.
Wow.
But he just took a smack.
Yeah,
and
J.J. Miller.
J.J. Miller, he hit him. I mean, you hit it, good clean hit, hard hit, drove him down. But you could see Miller was a little bit up,
I hope you're okay, son. It's just a football play.
So going
senior against freshman. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's just kind of going off what you guys were talking about. It's so easy today, I think, if you're a player to go, okay, we're not being successful, I'm going to quit and do something else or not do anything at all. It's so important to stick with it.
Well, it is. And one of the things we never really, I'm sure as a coach they do, sports are life lessons. You don't want to learn how to quit, because you learn to quit now, you're going to quit in something more important than a football game. So there's a lot of lessons being taught out there.
Well, on that note, we're going to end our broadcast now, and we'll see you guys next week.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Oh, I'm telling you. Try to make a point and get laughed at. 4th down kick. It's going to hit at the 40, 35, and Jackson gets out of the way. It'll be stopped at the 38.
Catch the ball.
Did you read Steve's book?
No. Again, I'm new to this, and I don't watch much. I mean, I do watch the Rockets, but, I don't know why Jackson just won't move up. The kid hasn't been kicking that deep. Move up 10 yards. Catch the ball. Fair catch it. I mean, we just lost 15 yards of field position. Jackson's a great player, but that just wasn't the right decision there. I mean, we got to save field position.
Steve every week. Now I got TJ here.
I'm sorry.
It's just a simple fundamental of the game. Don't let the thing bounce. You give up yardage more.
I think TJ should write the foreword to Steve's next book.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. These guys are writing the books.
That'd be a good book.
That would be a good book.
Titusville QBs.
Page 1, catch. Page 2, page 3, ball.
Trips to the left side for Titusville. First down and 10 at their own 29. We'll go on with the game here. McDonald rolling to his left. Throws upfield, passes. In and out of the hands of Mr. Schmidt. Out about the 44, 2nd down 10.
That's a very nice throw, rolling to his left, intermediate depth, putting it on the money.
Why do you guys roll right-handed kids to the left?
It's just you got to keep the field balanced. I mean, you got to keep the defense on the toes. I mean, for me personally, I was better throwing left than I was right. I felt I was more accurate going left than right, which is not very common.
I always threw behind.
My son is the same way. My quarterback down in Shaler, he throws better rolling left, and we use that to our advantage a lot. So sometimes it's the scheme of the kid you have, but you want to be balanced too. You want to be able to threaten the defense both ways. That's why we do it.
Strips to the left for Titusville. I accept that. Makes sense. McDonald to throw. Throws quickly to Koval. Out across the 35 and out to about the 37. Be close to a first down.
I think that's Schmidt.
That's Schmidt, yeah.
Schmidt, 28.
Schmidt, excuse me, yes.
Yeah, 28.
That's the slot jailbreak again. That's a nice play. Look how the linemen are getting out in space.
Koval with a good block, actually. First down and 10, Titusville. Trips right side.
They're backing them up.
McDonald to throw. Pass is complete to Schmidt this side. Schmidt down to the 45 of Warren. Titusville wants to get things going. Minute 45 left to go in the half. Titusville in a quick offense.
The way this is going now, I think this is the last few plays their number ones are going to see.
Yeah, we won't see them in the second half.
And Titusville will...
Is this a little bit practice in case they need it?
That's what I was just going to say, Joe. Yes, I think they're running this not to rub anybody's nose in it, but there'll be a point in time in a tight ball game where Titusville's going to need to be able to run a 2-minute offense. That's what they're trying to execute now.
When Titusville has to face a Hickory or a Sharon, you want to be able to do this. And it's great practice for that. And Ian McDonald looks fantastic throwing these intermediate out routes. I mean, they're just simple flood concepts, but he's putting the ball right on the money.
Ian's come-out game for me was Gerard, the second game of the week. He had a great football game then. He's been on ever since.
McDonald looking downfield, and it's cut up throw to Koval, and he's knocked out of bounds.
Good play there, 12.
33. You know what's happening up here, Joe, is that ticket thing, you guys, click thing?
Pick to click.
You got TJ up here, oh, McDonald, because that's who he picked. I know what you're doing.
Well,
he looks good. I don't know what to say. I rolled the dice, and the kid's looking good. I'm happy for him.
Yes, you're right. He is looking good. He has all season, especially after the first game.
Well, yeah, but Gerard was...
Gerard was his game. There were 2 or 3 good balls on Gerard that were just dead on, and he's been on ever since.
Yeah, even Pat was saying on the sidelines, just
McDonald rolling left. Good cutback block. Throwing deep, complete.
That's a good throw.
Nice play by Schmidt, and a really nice
pass. They did give it to him. I thought he bobbled it. Did he bobble that, Joe?
I think he did bobble it, but nobody else noticed.
We're going to get it. Okay. And again, these are the type of throws to the left. That's a deep throw. That's not an intermediate throw.
Oh, that ball was on the money.
That's a deep flag route, yeah.
And he, like I say, since Girard, that's where Ian McDonald has been putting footballs.
First down and 10, Titusville at the the Warren 14, and blue and white got me. Doubles to the right. McDonald rolling to his right, over the middle. Oh, he had a man over the middle. Rolling to the right, still rolling, going to pick it up, take it down to the 10, and knocked out of bounds at about the 8.
Yeah, Miller was standing there wide open.
Yeah, he was. And
well, I think Ian might have swung, but I think it was too late, and he knew better than to throw it back, so he just kept it and got what he could.
He made the right decision. He did. He got what he could. Coach Wiley used to call that 5 and alive. Get 5 yards, get out of bounds, and stay alive.
Is it always coach or is it dad?
It's dad, yeah, but, I'm
just curious.
Yeah, no. When I played, I was not allowed to call him dad. It was Coach Wiley. Yeah. Now I call him just other names.
Which we won't get into.
Yeah.
Second down and 2 at the 7 for Titusville. Now Titusville going to shift. Send Miller to the right. And a quick in, and it is complete to Schmidt. He's driving straight ahead, and I believe he's in for the touchdown. That's a good effort by Schmidt.
Big effort by Schmidt, but that is not good tackling by Warren. You had a chance to stop him early. And again, Ian McDonald gets that out with a high snap, but you've got to catch. Number 2 misses him, number 9 lets him go, or 6 maybe it is. You've got to start tackling better, and you can't reach out with your hands. That's one of the things the young team has to learn. Don't reach forward with your hands. Reach out so the shoulder makes the contact.
Well, you know what I like that Coach Reynolds, I feel, is doing? Jackson Koval's had a drive. Ian McDonald's had a drive. Schmidt's now had a drive. He's highlighting these seniors on their homecoming, and that's what you want to do. Like, a bunch of different drives have highlighted these different kids' skill sets, and it's beautiful to see.
And the nice thing, too, is it's, when the next team that plays us sees this, okay, well, we got to start Jackson Koval. Well, wait a minute. If we stop Jackson Koval, now we've got to worry about Cameron Mung. If we stop Mung, we've got Ian McDonald to worry about. Now we got Schmidt to worry about.
And we haven't thrown to Miller yet.
And we haven't thrown to Miller yet.
No,
and we haven't thrown to McDonald yet.
Be patient.
I think they better go out and get more fireworks. They might run out.
I'm connected to the coaching staff. Be patient.
We'll see, we saw it once, so everybody knows that it's in that playbook. The double pass. This is about the second time we've seen that.
It's been practiced this week. I'll say that.
And we've seen Jackson Koval can throw the ball. Cameron Mung can throw the ball, and they're both pretty accurate with it. Ian McDonald can run well. Now, Titusville's loaded up on offense.
Cameron Mung would be a nice high school quarterback.
Yes, he would. He was a backup last year.
Yeah, I heard he's a tremendous baseball player.
Very much so. Warren,
nice tackle.
Nice stop.
Nice play.
Who's 15?
I don't know. We're going to get a flag, but I'm not sure why.
I think too many gold helmets in there late.
But I don't know who's 15 for.
That's got to be a young kid for us. That was a tremendous open field tackle.
I think it was.
We don't have a 15.
15 is a kid that came late.
Okay, well, that was an excellent play there.
Tremendous tackle.
Yeah, he played in the JV game this past week, and he was in on every single tackle on kickoff. It was amazing to watch, and I'm blanking on his name, and I feel bad because he hangs out at my house.
Well,
well, hey, you can't go wrong, Joe, with 15. You played a heck of a game, buddy.
That's right.
I'll get it here for too long.
I'm not too sure what the penalty is here.
I think a little extra bodies on the ball carrier is what I'm thinking. A little late hits, but
yeah, I guess it was. But the nice thing about that is he's down. He breaks down just enough to get under control, makes the tackle, and he doesn't bring him down, but he wraps him up enough and let everybody else come and take a shot. That's good play.
And nobody was able to block him in the JV game. He just would make a move and go around people.
Ball's handed off to the tailback coming through. He'll get out to the 45 and wrapped up there by several Rockets. Led in there by Adam Reynolds.
It's nice to see Adam Reynolds getting a little PT here. Coach's kid. I always got a soft spot for coach's kids.
He's a freshman.
He is. It's kind of neat. My son and he have become friends over the years because we come up here quite a bit, and they always pal around together. So they have a nice little friendship, Pittsburgh and Titusville.
Kendrick Durham.
Kendrick Durham's 15's name?
Kendrick. Oh, Kenrick.
Oh, Kenrick.
Kenrick.
Well, Kenrick made a heck of a play.
Yeah, Kenrick Duran, sorry.
Titusville now just kind of.
Like new to the community or new to the program?
New to the community.
Nice.
Okay,
well, welcome.
Well, welcome.
You got to love that when a kid can come in and make plays.
I don't know. Steve, there's times where kids come in and they get roles on the team, like quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, and
you have to wonder
From
sometimes.
Danville, PA.
Well,
he only played because he was the coach's kid.
First time.
You have a few
If I had a nickel for every time I heard that.
Yeah, I'll bet. Pass
The
over
first
the
time
middle,
to pass, and
quarterback's
he couldn't
hanging
get rid of
on,
it.
and he's getting to the outside.
Oh, we got to make a better job of tackling there.
And he'll run it out of bounds at about the 42 as time runs out.
Do you see who he's running away from?
Yes.
Ian McDonald coming
Absolutely.
up. Another tackle for Ian.
Absolutely. Pick to click, brother.
First half is over, 42-0. Titusville will be back with halftime right after these messages.
Who can solve this equation?
Ooh! Me.
Anyone else? Fine. Jake from State Farm. Again.
Alright. It's the personal price plan theorem. If you bundle your home and auto, that can equal an affordable price just for you.
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Fat Chad's Brewing is Titusville's premier dining destination, offering fine dining served with a cold beverage and great conversations. Try our new menu items, the T-bone steak, homemade meatloaf dinner, or soft shell crab tacos. Our pasta entries and sandwiches are just as popular. Try the new lobster ravioli, shrimp and scallop pasta, or our popular Asiago chicken. Don't forget about our famous burgers or fish sandwich, all served with fresh cut fries. Come in Saturday nights for Wild Game Saturdays. For good food and good times, it's Fat Chad's Brewing in Titusville.
ProThreads Print Shop is the area's premier screen printing and embroidery company. Locally owned, ProThreads prides themselves in specializing in school and travel sportswear and fan gear, as well as business and corporate apparel. Get your team mascot or company logo screen printed, embroidered, or engraved on just about anything. ProThreads Print Shop is now open by appointment at 130 East State Street in Pleasantville, where you'll find Rocket gear to wear year-round. Check them out on Facebook or visit them at ProThreadsPrintShop.com for superior service with personalized attention. Talk to the pros at ProThreads Print Shop.
A broken furnace can freeze a family on the go. Stay on schedule with furnace maintenance before the snow flies. Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning has nearly 40 years of HVAC experience. Our home comfort engineers maintain, troubleshoot, and repair nearly all systems at an outstanding value. With just a few clicks, our state-of-the-art software schedules arrival time, finish time, and provides fast, easy, paperless billing. Visit VanderhoofHeatingandAir.com or call 814-671-3226. With Vanderhoof, seasons change, but not your comfort.
And welcome to the Larry's Auto Service, Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning halftime show. And we're going to bring you the sights and sounds of the Titusville High School Marching Band here tonight.
Put your hands together for the performance of the Rocket Marching Band's 2024 field show, Easy as ABC. This year we will be bringing you music by artists whose first or last name begin with A, B, or C. For the A tune, you just heard Respect by Aretha Franklin. Next, for B, we turn to rock goddess Pat Benatar, who ushered in the 80s with Hit Me With Your Best Shot. for the Jazz Rock Horn Band Chicago to deliver the C. We take the clock back another decade to 1970 for their hit, Make Me Smile. There you have it. The Rocket Marching Band makes having a great halftime show look easy as ABC. But just in case you're not completely convinced yet, how about a little Jackson 5 to bring it home?
Titusville High School Marching Band performing here at halftime, easy as ABC. We'll coming back to the Queen crowning and a whole lot more here from Carter Field as our halftime show continues. It is the Larry's Auto Service, Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning halftime show.
Looking for expert orthopedic care? Dr. Charlie Gates, a trusted name at Titusville Area Hospital, can help you regain mobility and a better quality of life. With years of experience and a passion for personalized care, Dr. Gates specializes in treating a wide range of orthopedic conditions. Whether it's joint pain, sports injuries, or orthopedic surgery, trust Dr. Charlie Gates at Titusville Area Hospital for your orthopedic care. Call 814-827-9770 today to schedule your appointment.
Hi, Hi, I'm Jasmine Levin, and I proudly own and operate Puppy Levin. Puppy Levin is a pet care salon dedicated to caring for your furry companions. We provide certified dog grooming services along with boarding and doggy daycare. Our facility is family owned and operated and promise personalized care for every pet that comes through our doors. If you're worried about your furry friend being lonely when you're gone, we also have on-site personnel 24/7 just for their comfort. Follow us on Facebook and call or text us at 814-758-9259 to make an appointment today.
Musicals and plays, and mock interviews. This person is not a Titusville graduate, but our honoree captures the best that THS has to offer. In fact, it is very ironic that our homecoming honoree for this year fits the theme of classic movies. Along with several teachers in our district, her hometown, Indiana, PA, produced famed actor Jimmy Stewart, who starred in the annual holiday tradition for many families, It's a Wonderful Life, her all-time favorite classic movie. Our honoree has her eye on the youth in our community with her role as the Executive Director of the Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville. She also serves on the YWCA Board of Directors, on the United Way of Titusville Region Board of Directors, and in a special way for the Titusville Rotary Club as the host mother to Yu Wei Tai from Taiwan this year. It gives us great pleasure to honor our Rocket Paparazzi, who takes thousands of pictures a year of our students, along with her husband, Chris, class of 1991. Congratulations to our 2024 Titusville High School Rocket Homecoming honoree, Dr. Stephanie Feely. The members of the senior class have selected 6 young ladies as the 2024 homecoming court. Tonight, first off, Cameron Kerr escorts Addison Bish, daughter of Karen and Barry Bish. Followed by Burke Hancock escorting Kaya Boyles Wright, daughter of Chelsea Panza and Mike Wright. Next is Max Estock escorting Amaya Cloud, daughter of Jessica Melendez and Ernest Cloud. Then Joe Herman escorts Abigail Coley, daughter of Christy and Justin Coley. Fifth, we have Alex Reynolds escorting Lauren Ongley, daughter of Joe and Trish Ongley. Finally, Jake Hauptman escorts Gracie Sampson, daughter of Uriah and Jackie Sampson. The 4 senior high classes have worked hard over the past 2 weeks to complete floats for this year's homecoming parade. The seniors chose Wizard of Oz as a theme, with Liz Watkins representing them. The junior class picked Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory as their theme, and Sam Proper as their representative. The sophomore class selected Lion King theme, represented by Nala Bowens. And finally, the freshman class has Alice in Wonderland as their theme, with Addison Edwards representing them. In all, the Spirit Week points were added up through penny wars, float building, and participation. The class with the most total points will receive the Spirit Week blanket, presented by the senior high principal, Mr. Philip Knapp, and assistant principal, Mrs. Crystal Gates. The 4th place float is the sophomore class. The 3rd place float is the senior class. The 2nd place float is the freshman class. And the winner of the float competition is the junior class. The results of our Spirit Week are: in 4th place is the sophomore class with a total of 900 points. In 3rd place with 1,000 points is the freshman class. In 2nd place with 1,475 points is the senior class. The class that has won Spirit Week 2024 is the junior class with a total of 1,525 points. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the stone bleachers for the moment everyone has been waiting for. It's time to announce our 2024 Titusville High School home queen. At this time, we would like to introduce our former queen, Miss Alexis Banner, escorted by J.D. Coley. This week, the high school student body selected one of the 6 ladies to represent them at tonight's festivities. So, without further ado, congratulations to this year's homecoming queen, Miss, may I have a drum roll, please? Amaya Cloud. Presenting her crown is Alexis Banner. Presenting her sash is Grace Warner, Student Council Vice President. Presenting her with a bouquet of flowers is Liz Watkins, Student Council Secretary. To honor the new queen as she begins her reign, the THS Marching Band will now play the school fight song.
Well, congratulations, and what a beautiful night for homecoming. We're going to be trying to go down to the field to Joe Roddy here.
She's running away.
Well, there's Joe. We'll see if we can snag her real quick, but congratulations. I don't know, does that junior class always win? Is that just how it goes? Is that supposed to motivate the seniors to do harder or play or do? I don't know. Seems like the juniors
can't help you there. We didn't have this when,
All right.
we were playing.
Joe, down to you.
More hugs.
Not quite so loud, Joe.
I don't want to get in the middle of that.
Have her turn towards the camera so people can see her when you get, if you ever get her back.
That's okay. I understand. Turn around. Yeah.
He's just on TV. It's no big deal.
It's no big deal. Don't worry about your hair.
Got to get the crown right.
Well, maybe we shouldn't be looking at this part of it, but
all the problems of a homecoming queen.
There's a lot to it.
We just put the clothes on and go, right?
Yeah,
it's whatever.
I just didn't realize it was this difficult.
All right, Joe.
All right. Well, congratulations, Amaya. This is an absolute crazy week, I'm sure. What does this just top it off for you?
Yes, yes. I don't even know what to say. I'm so excited.
So you're a senior, obviously. What are your future plans?
I'm going to be a business lawyer, or any type of lawyer, actually. I'm going to go to maybe Pittsburgh or Indiana University.
Very nice. So does this just top it off? And so you got the dance tomorrow. I assume you're going to the dance tomorrow. So you get to be the royalty for the dance, huh?
Oh, I'm so excited. I got the crown. I'm crying. I didn't even think I was going to win. I'm excited.
Oh, well, congratulations. We'll let you enjoy it. Thank you so much.
Hey, Joe, thanks. Good job down there. Get out of there.
Yeah. They might hit harder than some of the football players.
Congratulations. What a beautiful night for homecoming. All right, final break. We'll come back and get the second half started as we wrap up the Larry's Auto Service Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning halftime show here from Carter Field tonight.
Poppy's Equipment and Storage Rental in Pleasantville is committed to providing our customers with exceptional service while offering quality rental equipment. Poppy's is now an authorized steel dealer with everything you need to have for sawing and cutting or mowing to digging. And of course, Poppy's has tents, tables, chairs, heaters, generators, barbecues, and more for your next wedding or get-together. Need firewood or propane? No problem. Whether you're in construction or a weekend warrior, reach out to Poppy's about your next project. Poppy's Place on the Tenesta Road in Pleasantville. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home has been serving the needs of Titusville and surrounding communities since 1965. Mr. Garrett believed in tradition and commitment to excellence, standards that have been passed down from one generation to now a new generation, who will work to provide you with a beautiful, lasting tribute to your loved one. When you need them, they will be there for you. This has been their foundation for almost 60 years. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, 303 North Washington Street in Titusville. Interstate Pipe and Supply takes pride in providing superior customer service. That's why our dedicated employees are well trained and have the experience to offer friendly, quick, and reliable service and support. Need materials delivered to your job site? No problem. Interstate offers fast delivery from our 4 locations in Western Pennsylvania. We also serve Eastern Ohio, Northern Western Virginia, and Western New York. Service means business at Western Pennsylvania's premier pipe and supply company, Interstate Pipe and Supply.
I've been practicing medicine for over 25 years.
I've been practicing for about 20 years. As a parent, I really wanted my son to get the HPV vaccine.
I have 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls, and I've given the vaccine to all of them.
I made sure my son got the HPV vaccine when he was 12.
If you're looking for a professional massage therapist, Tranquil Moments Massage in Titusville is here for you. Ray and Rauch graduated from Slippery Rock University with a bachelor's degree in exercise and rehabilitative sciences with an emphasis in athletic training. Tranquil Moments offers a wide range of services, from Swedish massage to deep tissue, sugar scrubs to hot towel inclusion therapy. Like them on Facebook and visit their website to learn more about all the services they offer. Tranquil Moments Massage in Titusville. Go Rockets!
Happy homecoming. Our coverage of Rocket football this season made possible by these great sponsors: by Oil Creek Plastics, by Titusville Area Hospital, by Interstate Pipe and Supply, by State Farm Insurance, by Poppies, by Armstrong, by the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, by J. Gill Plumbing and Heating, by Puppy Lovin', by the Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville, by Fat Chad's Brewery, by the Crawford Health Improvement Coalition, by ProThreads Print Shop, by Marsh Home Center, by Tranquil Moments Massage, by Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning, by Kreiner Real Estate, by Larry's Auto Service, by Corky's Pizza, and by the Titusville Beverage. Once again, big thanks to Corky's and the beverage providing the food and pop and water up here in the concession stand. Greatly appreciate it. And following tonight's game, we'll have the Corky's Pizza, Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville Player of the Game.
Will that come from the concession stand too?
Sure.
Okay.
Whatever you want, Steve.
I just want. Well, no. Normally this is the media booth or just the booth and not the concession stand. I've been really rude to people. I haven't waited on a soul since I got here.
Well, that's fine. It just means more for us. Don't.
I'm just sitting here.
See, one of the things we are as a crew is very forgiving.
I love it. No, I'm loving it.
If you misspeak, we just let it go.
No, this is my type of crew.
You haven't. Well, you haven't run off yet, or you haven't figured out how to run away.
Well, Luke and I had a lot of classes together in high school, and he hasn't changed a bit. So, like, I'm used to the camaraderie with him. So,
well, camaraderie is a nice word. We have another one for it.
So, on that note, I don't want to take away your fun tonight, but
go ahead.
Yeah. Rockets look pretty good that first half, but obviously we've talked a lot about Warren. They're young. We don't want to pick on Warren. Second half, what are you hoping to see? We'll start with you, TJ, from the Warren side and the Titusville side.
Well, for Titusville, I think you got to be smart. Maybe a series with the number ones. I don't even know if they'll do that. I mean, it's not really worth it at this point. You got the Hickories and the Sharons of the world still on the schedule. Be smart with our starters. Get the young kids some time. Now, for Warren, I mean, you just got to keep plugging away. Just keep the kids' confidence and just find something that you can build off of for next week. Keep the kids healthy. Keep executing your plays. But most importantly, just come out of the safe. Now, for Titusville, we got to give them some credit, too. Like, we're a good team, and Warren is struggling, and we proved it. Yeah. Exactly. Like, this is what a good team should do. Yeah. Like, we're handling our business.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. We knew coming into this ball game that it could get lopsided real quick. And it probably should have, and that's exactly what Titusville did to Warren. Now, this is not a knock against Warren, and if people turn it in and say, well, boy, they really put Warren down. That's not the case. Believe me, folks, if anybody feels your pain, it's this town. We've had years where we've been 0-10, 2-8. We understand the growing pains. Hang in there to your kids. Keep encouraging them. And not just right now, not just through the season, but there are things in the off season that you have to do to be good as a football team. Get them into lifting. Get them into other sports. Keep them active. We've been there. We've paid our dues. We are now seeing some benefit to those years where our kids just kept their nose going and plugging away, and we're getting some benefits of that now. That will happen for you guys.
TJ, how many of your kids on Shaler are multi-sports kids?
A good bit. You do
By
see
choice.
Yeah, but you do see more and more. You see the specialized athletes, the kids that are just playing that one sport. We have a lot of kids being where we're at and having the exposure to things. We have a lot of 7-on-7 kids that play football year round, and they travel around with 412 Elite and PA Swag and some of those 7-on-7 teams. And I'm not real high on those. I don't think that's real football, and this is coming from a quarterback. I encourage kids. I was a 3-sport athlete. I played football, basketball, and baseball. They helped me be a better football player.
Yes.
Football helped me be a better basketball player, and vice versa. So,
well, you're obviously talking to recruiters, right? Looking at some of your kids. Are they also looking for multi-sport athletes?
100%. A college recruiter wants a kid that is multi-talented. They look for that multi-sport athlete. They really do.
Joe?
Well, I was told one time that the recruiters, if they come to see you, they know what you can do in a particular sport.
Yeah.
They want to know what you can do in leadership. They want to know what you're doing academically, socially, and so on. So there's a lot more to this recruiting than just that one sport.
Well, back when I played, and I mean, this is even, back in the late 90s, I had football coaches come watch me play basketball.
Yeah,
they would come to my basketball games.
Well, that's how Astorino got to Penn State.
Yeah,
he
hit the game-winning shot, Joe Passad.
Yeah. In fact, the recruiter was up at the basketball game that we were doing, and that's really one of the ways that he could recruit to Penn State. Turned out pretty well for him.
Yep.
Joe?
I'm just looking to see how long Titusville leaves in their starters. Like we've said before, this is how you really build programs, is getting those younger guys in, get them some real game time under the lights, and see how they react.
Joe, tonight is brought to you by Titusville Dairy Products Company and by McElroy's Flower Shop.
Can I say something to Joe Roddy? Joe.
Please.
Ian McDonald, 14 completions, 214 yards, 3 touchdowns.
But who's counting?
You are the master. I'm just in awe.
Pure luck, my friend. Pure luck.
Kickoff is down at about the 32-yard line, and that's where Warren will take over first down and 10. And, of course, we'll be watching what the coach decides to do here for Titusville. I see he's got a lot of his first team out there in defense to start with, which I do not oppose. Coming out of the locker room, you want them to know how to get it going again after the break, and a series both ways is not totally
I'd say a drive, maybe each side of the ball.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I thought.
Sometime this half, maybe get TJ's thoughts on. He played with Jeremy Snyder, and Jackson broke his record last week. Maybe get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I'd love to hear your comparison of the two runners. See how they.
100%. Yeah, I'd love to do that.
And then we'll break down Steve's game film.
Did they have cameras back then?
No, we had guys sitting down with easels.
Oh, okay. Well, he's like a court reporter, and they had to draw.
Mr. Hargis was drawing?
We're just, he'd draw, toss it, and put on a new one.
Love it.
Yeah, yeah.
I kept track of yards on my
Mr.
abacus.
Hargis.
I had all those little beads I slid around. Second down and 6. Warren doubles left, wing right. And the snap, quarterback rolling to his left, being chased, and Mung's got him. That was a good job by Mung, shutting the block and getting back to the quarterback.
It's one of the things when you're a quarterback and you're rolling out, you've got to commit to it. Get outside there. You can't stop there because he's going to get you. Just get him to the outside. You're outside to tackle anyway. In today's game, just get rid of the ball.
Brings up a third down and a bunch for
Warren. What year do we have that quarterback for Warren? What year is he?
He is a junior.
Junior, okay. Yeah, like you were saying, you know, you got to read that on the run. If the door's closed to the outside, you got to step up and make a decision or get rid of it. He ran right into it.
Chris Orth goes over into the slot, right side for Warren. Quarterback's dropping back to throw. He's rolling to his right. Still rolling to his right, being chased, and he's going to be caught. Caught back around the 12, 13-yard line, so it'll bring up a 4th down and a whole lot of yards.
We got pressure up the middle. You're going to see here 53 is going to shed the block. He's going to push him to the outside. I don't think he wanted to go. Mung gets a little bit late out there, but you know, you get outside that tackle box in today's game, you can throw it away. There's no reason to take that sack. I don't like the rule, but I understand it's there. Take advantage of it.
53's Hancock, correct?
I think so.
Nice,
Yeah.
Coach Hancock.
Yeah, he's played well. Fumble on the snap, and he gets the kick away.
Oh.
And it'll go out of bounds.
There's a flag. They're going to call roughing.
Oh, I don't think you can do that. He was blocked into him.
I'd have to see. I don't believe that's roughing the kicker.
I think he's even being blocked into him.
Well, he fumbled it.
Yeah, he
changes
fumbled
the whole
snap,
play.
but yeah, he's being blocked. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Block.
A little bit of
flop.
Flop, exactly.
I was going to say a little Tony there.
Yes,
for the,
yeah.
For the punter.
Well played by that kid.
A little bit of LeBron James on the football field.
I'll bet you he's a kid that plays soccer and punts for
You know, I wasn't going to. By the way, congratulations to the Rocket boys picking up their first win of the season the other day against Corey.
Yeah, they did call roughing the punter.
He said to coach he's still the kicker. He didn't make a move like he was going to pass. He's still the kicker. So it's roughing the kicker.
Yeah.
Could the quarterback, before he gets sacked, say...
I don't know.
I would discuss that a bit myself.
I don't like
I'm not saying he was right. I'm just saying that's what he said.
Well, I don't know the book, so I can't sit up here and...
Steve?
What's that?
The book.
Well, you spent time at refereeing school.
I never spent any time at refereeing school.
Really?
Not ever.
All the flags we throw up here. And
Hey, they're always looking for them. PIAA is always looking for officials.
I know. We make that service announcement every week.
And then usually Steve will then rip it.
And then normally I have to do something.
No, you've been really good this year.
I have been good. You've only kicked me out twice, 3 times.
How about you?
Have I ever been
your relationship with the officials at times?
I've been warned. I almost got kicked out of the first game I ever was a head coach. I got threatened to get kicked out. I definitely have some John Wiley in me. But, it's one. Those guys do have a tough job. They do. And they don't get paid a lot of money. But, they do miss some calls.
Actually, I will say, I think they are getting paid pretty well.
Well, they make a nice stipend.
So,
they
if it's something that you're interested in doing, hey, they could use you. That's why you're playing games Thursday nights, Saturdays.
Well, we have crews down in Pittsburgh where guys will work Thursday, Friday, bunch of games Saturday, bunch of youth games Sunday, and make a ton of money.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just we need officials.
2nd down and 2 is Warren cuts it up the middle. He'll have enough for the first down as he crosses the Warren 40. That penalty was also an automatic first down. So instead of 4th and 25, they got a 1st and 10 out of it.
I'll say hi to Matt Hayes watching from New Hampshire tonight. Bill Brown watching from Colorado. Glad you're with us.
Alex Hartstone is in sophomore for Titusville. Looks like Warren's now going to send 2 to the left. Give it off to the tailback to the outside. Nice job, 53.
Hancock and O'Neill doing a nice job teaming up for the tackle there. Warren had a little bit of a drive going here with help of the penalty. Now that play there is going to put them behind the chains. This is where, as a young team, you don't want to be. You don't want the 2nd and 15. You want the 2nd and 5s.
Just underway here in the second half. First possession for Warren as they receive the kickoff to start the second half. They'll have a 2nd down 15 at their own 35. They'll send Sing Sing here wide to the right. And I believe Height will be in the slot. Looking to throw. Here comes the pressure. Gets the pass away. And it is over.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. Oh, it's on. He's going to call it on. I think he's going to call it on Warren.
Initially, that's the way he pointed, but I don't think he means Warren.
I don't think it was a flag on either one.
I don't think so either. We're going to see this coming here. It's going to be an out pattern. He's going to come up and go to the outside. Ball's in the air now. And wow.
I got to ask you, do the stat guys disagree with the call?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't.
I think I think so, yeah. This was a bad call.
Joe Roddy, you are my second half pick to click.
I'll take it. Although, Luke, I think we need to ban Chad Cheney from commenting. I think he made a derogatory comment towards me, so please ban him.
Hey, TJ said you used to write that on the windows of the bus?
Yeah, when we go to away games, it was a winter sport, so we'd have fogged up windows, so I'd write it right on the window.
First down and 10 Warren now. They have it at midfield. Give it off the tailback, straight up the right side. Drive straight ahead. I tell you, Warren come out of the locker room fired up, ready to play, and they're playing against our ones. And they're picking up some yardage. Of course, the 2 penalties had a lot to do with this.
And to be perfectly honest, I stole the pick to click from the White Sox announcers, the Hawk, Ken Harrelson. And I can't remember the other guy, but Ken Harrelson always did that.
Second down and 4 for the Dragons.
Well, these are those small little victories we talked about with Warren. I mean, this drive is something they can hang their hats on to this point with the Titusville ones, a good chunk of them still being in.
Ball carrier comes to the left side, turns upfield, and
Wow. This is why officials get yelled at. He's not going to pick up a. Well, he's going to get a couple yards on that, but
3rd and 2.
Re-roll that back. You're going to see right at the end, right there on 7, 14 and 7. It's a tackle. Now look right down here in the left corner of your screen. There's the official. That's why I yell at officials. That's a call this guy cannot afford to miss.
3rd down and 2 for the Dragons. High snap. They give it off the tailback, coming across, and he'll be at the 40 of Titusville. Not enough. Well, close to a first down. Be enough they'll go for it, of course. Be a 4th down and about 1 probably.
And we got a guy down.
He got bent over in an awkward manner.
Yeah, it sure looked like he got folded in half.
Aiden Corbett, and
he's
taking a beating tonight. He's done well.
He's a freshman.
Going to be a good running back.
Well, that's the thing. To give a freshman quality reps like this, he's going to be good in a couple of years.
Well, here's the other thing I think, though, that you get into a problem. And, of course, with Warren, I don't think they have much of a choice because, like I said, they only have 2 seniors on their roster. But when you play freshmen, you have to remember what you're playing here. You're playing a freshman, and he's going up against a bunch of seniors. There's a lot of growth development that happens in those years.
Absolutely.
So you do put a lot of stress on the freshman body.
Yeah.
And that's one of the issues with playing freshmen. Now, you may sometimes, and I don't think Warren has the option here.
There's a big difference between a 14-year-old kid and an 18-year-old man.
Is.
There's a big difference.
And this young man, he's run well for Warren tonight, and I certainly hope that it's nothing serious. But when you're putting that freshman up against seniors, 9 times out of 10, the freshman body's going to lose.
Jackson Koval breaking a record last week. It was great to see. Broke Jeremy Snyder's record. Almost 30 years. That's incredible. You played with Jeremy Snyder?
I did. Jeremy was a really good friend, too. And, it's one of those things, me being the school's all-time leading passer and him being the school's all-time leading rusher and us coming from the same backfield, I held that very near and dear, and it was cool to still have that. So I'm not going to lie, it was a little bittersweet, but you can't find a better person to break it than Jackson Koval, and how he's doing it, the way the team is helping him do it, embracing Coach Reynolds' offense and his program, how he's turned things around. It's been great to see, and Jackson is a fun player to watch. And there are some differences between Jackson and Jeremy's game. Jeremy was more of a little type scat back guy. Jeremy had some wheels. Jeremy was the type of kid that could make 3 guys miss in a phone booth. He really could. Jackson has that patience and will just grind at you. Jeremy could take a broken play and take it 65 yards. But it's nice to see, and records are meant to be broken, and I know Jeremy even commented on it, so that was nice to see.
First, the ball was handed off to 22, and I don't think he got it. It was a 4th down and 1.
No, he lost
but he
yardage
didn't
on
get it. They're going to spot it less than the 40. So Titusville will take over on downs at their own 41-yard line. Well, that was the thing I was thinking as you were talking, TJ. You put those records up there as the target for the next younger coming up. Well, that's what they're there for.
Absolutely. Records are meant to be broken.
Yeah.
They are. And it's you know, when I came and talked to those kids a couple years ago when Mike first got the job and he introduced me as the school's all-time leading passer, I challenged them. I was like, break my record. I hope you do. I want it to be broken.
Yeah, that's what it's there for.
But that's why they're there, absolutely.
Titusville takes over 1st down and 10 at their own 41, and Titusville will play with their number 1 offense here. We'll see what series they go through. Yoder's wide right. Now Titusville will switch, and they'll bring Schmidt into the slot right, move Mung over to the wing. Ball's given off to Koval. Jackson gets out to the outside, good stiff arm, cuts back on the 50, 45, 40, look out, he's gone. Knocked out of bounds at the 10.
Yeah, he took a good angle there.
And I'll say this for the defense of Warren.
59
These
yards.
kids on this play, they're in position. You watch here, Warren's going to play 13 comes up. He doesn't really give them the outside. He just gets stiffed on. Now, there's an overrun and a good block downfield. They did not play that poorly. This is just athletic ability here on this play.
I think it's funny he makes that little hesitation cut on the sideline. That was very Jeremy Snyder-ish. It was. Jeremy did that quite a bit.
Titusville will put 3 to the right. 1st down and 10 at the 12. Ball's given off to Jackson. Jackson's going to take it in. Now we have a penalty flag. Jackson takes it in for the touchdown, but I believe it'll be coming back. Hold on Titusville.
I didn't see the hold.
Well, if you saw that shot there, you saw Jackson say, wait. So, I mean, he knew.
Yeah.
Something else that I've been told about Jackson Koval and have seen, he's been giving all of the credit to the other kids, too.
Yes, he does.
That's what you want. I remember when Jeremy said it, he got little, charm medallions for all the offensive linemen with the number of yards that he had on it. So there are so many similarities. Joe hit the nail on the head last week. Roddy, you had made a comment that so many similarities between our teams from the late 90s and this team, and I see it too. These kids remind me of our teams. They really do.
Yeah, good offensive line, good defense. Yeah, I agree.
Koval to the outside, breaks the tackle, drives straight through ahead into the touchdown. First you don't succeed, let's try it again.
Yeah, they're just there's a little bit of fatigue coming in play into here too. I think Warren has been beaten up and the legs are starting to go. They're starting to try to go around blocks instead of trying to go through blocks. They're reaching, they're not reacting. I think the legs are starting to go. This is a team right now that's pretty much defeated.
Extra point attempt, kick is up, and the kick is good. 3:23 to go in the third quarter, 48-0 Titusville.
I think that'll probably be it for your ones. You'll see.
I'd be shocked if it wasn't.
I would be shocked too.
Well, and to avoid the conflict as a observer and a coach in other sports, you got to give those kids a chance coming out of the locker room. They got to know how to start up again. And so I know people will criticize why you're playing your ones. Well, you got other games coming up where they've got to come out and play at the high level, and so.
Well, you listened to, I think it was Troy Aikman that was saying the 8 most important minutes of football game, the last 4 minutes of the first half and that first 4 minutes of the second half. They're a crucial 8 minutes of football.
I preach it all the time.
Your kids have got to know how to come out of the locker room and get it going right away.
Yep. So Titusville will kick off, leading 49-0.
And I've got my eye on 15 again. He's out there again. I want to see what he can do.
He's on my side, so we'll see. Chapman, kick's going to go down the middle, and they're going to drop it. Now it's picked up at the 25, out across the 30, and he's going to hit and stop there at the 30. First contact there was made by Hartshorn.
And 15, Kenrick got blocked that time. Number 22 did a really good job.
Well, Alex came in there just a little bit high. You'd like to see him get down just a little bit more.
I blame his hurdling coach.
His hurdling coach is going to have to go up in the locker room, talk to him a little bit about that. Got to get those shoulders down.
Now Titusville appears to be bringing in a lot of number 2s.
Yeah, it's not a
Not the
wholesale swap out, but yeah, there's some subbing going on.
First down and 10, Warren. Ball's given up to 22, comes across the right side, and he's going to be hit and dropped across the 30 to about the 32 or so. Bring up a second down and 8.
I think that's Miller that would get up from the bottom. He put a
believe
stop
it
to that
was, too.
run real quick.
Yes, he did.
Do you want some of these younger guys to play with the ones for a little bit, just so that they, are right next to the guy, and this is how you do it?
It 100% helps. It does. It's like, wow. I'm sure little Adam Reynolds is like, I'm in here with Miller. You know what I mean? And wow, look how he filled right there.
The other thing, too, it does is that, Miller's going to be there to tell you, pick it up, kid.
Yeah,
you
100%.
want them to ride them a little bit.
Yeah.
Second down and 8 for Warren. Again, it's given off now in a reverse, coming across the right side. There's a hole.
There's a hole
And
and a
the running back we brought down at about the 41-yard line. That was Blum, their kicker, actually, running the ball.
Yeah, you're going to see a whole lot of 2s as Koval's now leaving the field. So.
I have seen no film on Warren, but it appears they are running the same place Titusville runs.
Well,
that's Titusville's counter crisscross.
The interesting thing here is what little bit I've seen of Warren. I was watching them, some of their film against Cathedral Prep. And this is about what you saw. They have one good play, and then there was a gap, and then they break another 8-yard run, and then they'd lose yardage. And it's just a young football team that's just
searching
for
an identity.
Yeah.
Whiteouts on each side for Warren. Quarterback seeks to get the first down. I believe he'll have it.
Well, they shouldn't have it, but
yeah,
they will
there was
get
some
it.
movement on that right side.
But at 49-0, you're not going to throw that flag. You as an official want to go home as well.
Bring up a first down and 10. Ball will be out to the 42-yard line.
Hey, real quick, Fort LaBeouf leads Grove City 14-3. General McLean 27, Corey 13. Greenville 49, Mercer 0. Seneca 14, Girard 0. Harbor Creek 14, Mercyhurst Prep 7. McDowell 28, Meadville 7.
22 out to the wide side, and he cuts it back up.
There's a hole, but it's going to be called there probably.
Luke, do you have a North Hills or Pine Richland score? I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
You're not checking?
No, I'm taking the night off, man. I'll enjoy my game tomorrow.
Oil City 14, Fairview 0, Union City 7, Sagertown 0, Sharpsville 21, Slippery Rock 0. We've got Northeast next week, Slippery Rock coming up, Hickory.
Now, Hickory and Sharon are the class of the conference, correct?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're sitting 1 and 2. They played last week or the week before, and Sharon beat them 20-14. So,
well, Hickory knocking Farrell off early on was.
It was a surprise.
And like it was even felt down in the Pittsburgh area. Like people were like, "Wow," because Farrell's known in our area.
Farrell's known just about anywhere in the state.
Well, Farrell tried to make the jump to the Whippeal.
Right.
I was just going to say, is that why they didn't get to go to the Whippeal, because everybody knows them?
Pass is complete by Warren out to the 40-yard line and bring up a second down in about 10 or 11 as time runs out here in the third quarter. And we'll get into the fourth quarter. The score here at the end of 3, Titusville 49, Warren nothing. We'll
Jim,
be right back.
Let's stay here for
right here.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to do this at halftime. This is the first football game where we don't have Fred Bloom with us.
Yeah, Fred had passed away. Fred was a great friend. There's so many stories we could talk about with Fred that I have. I played against him in high school, played against him in the Y. Of course, the big thing was Fred and I picked up the materials on Friday night, Tuesday night, whenever there was a sporting events, as we were broadcasting with Bob Slobber and WTIV. But just a good friend, and it's our heart goes out to Kent. They are so close. Just a great guy. You know him.
I just spoke to Kent last night. Kent actually coaches with me at Shaler. How funny is that? And you know, his relationship and his dad, and how Mr. Bloom treated me and my dad when we first came to town doing the games. Like I always loved him and how he did things, and it's a big loss for the community, because what a great man he was and how much he loved Rocket sports.
Well, he's Rocket sports. Second was Browns.
The Browns. He loved his Browns.
He's a big Brownie, and I used to go to a lot of the games that he and Kent went for years down to Hershey. There for a while, I was going down every year too, and Fred was a very focal point in Hershey. He was there so much, so miss him. But
and he had over the years, he came up here a couple times and shared some great stories with us. So
had some great times. Second down and 12. Going back to pass, they're getting some pressure, and he's going to get smacked. Back at the 25. Now is another flag.
I don't know, unless they grabbed a face mask. I don't understand what.
That's going to be roughing the passer.
How can it be roughing the passer? He still has the ball.
Well,
yeah, I think that's what they're going to call.
I just don't. I didn't see that either, Steve. He had 5 guys on him. They just had the momentum. And
is he calling a horse?
Oh, okay. I didn't see that at all.
Was it a face mask? I didn't.
No, the Warren player picked up the flag, and it was from the point of the foul. And they're going over to explain it to the Titusville coaching staff.
Yeah, I'd have a question on that, too. Let's take a look at it here again.
It's 15 on Titusville anyway. Brings up a second down and 10.
See, I think it's Schmidt coming up, or somebody coming right up to the middle. He's going to come back. Let's see who does what here.
He has the side of the helmet.
71 has the side of the helmet.
It's not the face mask, but that's what they call it, exactly.
Doubles to the left. The ball's given out the tailback. Coming through, and he's going to drive ahead from the 42 to the 44. And that's Eager running back for Warren.
A lot of new bodies in now for the Rockets, which is a good move by Coach Reynolds and the staff.
That's all 2s now for Titusville.
Great night at the office for the ones on homecoming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you really, you couldn't have asked them to play any better.
Perfect
tonight.
It was.
You really couldn't have. And they did what they should have done.
And like I said, I loved what Coach Reynolds did. He gave a lot of seniors their due on a big night in our town.
Doubles left for Warren. On the snap, double reverse, or a reverse.
Ball.
You're going to get down. Ball's loose.
Rockets got it. Brody Sellen with the recovery.
He's had a good couple of weeks.
Yeah, he has.
I think my 2 takeaways tonight, TJ saying, a number of things. Steve saying a couple things. But, getting a win tonight, you really enjoy the full homecoming weekend, and it makes the whole week worth it, right? And then, Steve, something you said tonight that I didn't even think about, because we're, kind of dwelling on that loss at Corey. But you're like, well, maybe that was the thing that helped kind of put them in gear.
Kind of kick-started them. Yeah. I'm sure they were being told, through their scrimmages and through preseason camps that, we can be very good, and they went in thinking they were very good and got beat, and that might have been the thing that they understand now.
Ball goes to Koval, goes to the outside.
Koval and McDonald are still in.
Yeah.
I thought, too, that McDonald had.
Well, and they're giving them a chance to all come out together as a group.
Yeah.
That's why he ran out of bounds.
I think
the whole
Koval
group
was approaching 1,000 yards. I think he needed 200 yards tonight to get to 1,000.
That could be too, yeah.
Because he ran out of bounds. He had the corner and another touchdown.
He knew what he needed. Luke, to pick up with what you said and bounce off what Steve said a little bit too, this team reminds me so much of my senior year. We go to Brookville week 1 with a really good team, and we lost. We lost 20-19, and everyone was shocked. When we were TCAC champs my senior year, that loss made us the team that we were. And I really believe that Corey game for this Rocket team woke them up a little bit, maybe humbled them a little bit. This is a dangerous team moving down the stretch right now.
Yes, it is.
Titusville looks really good.
Well, we're going to come out of here a 2 or 3 seed or something of that type, and you wouldn't want to play them.
No.
They're going to be very tough in the playoffs. Doubles to the left for Titusville. Ball's given off to O'Neal. O'Neal cuts it upfield, cuts from the back to the left side. Watch out, he's quick. Breaks one tackle, down inside the 15 to about the 12.
Joe Roddy, that was That was a Jeremy
That
Snyder
was a
type
little
run.
more like Jeremy. Yeah,
Absolutely,
exactly.
brother.
You know, the other similarity that I see, both runners are so humble, but all of our buddies really made it difficult on them. We were always harassing Snyder, and
We called him Allah. Remember, we called him Allah, the God.
exactly. And
Yes.
and I hear Koval's buddies doing the same thing every once in a while too. So it's
gotta love
nice
it.
to see they're keeping him honest.
Selling now at quarterback, and he's going to let the clock run down, I do believe. Standing here waiting with O'Neal in the backfield.
Well, one of the things you saw in that run with O'Neal is he's not afraid. He can cut back. He reads the hole well, but he's not afraid to hit you. He'll drop his shoulders on you.
No, that's right. We're going to enjoy watching him the next couple of years.
He's got a lower center of gravity, so he can just bounce off guys a little bit.
Didn't bounce off anybody that time as Warren met him at the line, and
Well, I'll tell you, the more experience you get this kid, number 5, you could start coming up with some packages down the road to have him and Koval on the field at the same time.
Yeah.
And pick your poison.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pick who you want to stop. And Coach Reynolds is good enough that he can come up with things to create mismatches for
They
sure.
did that a little bit last week, I believe. The Grove City game it was that they had the two of them on the field for a couple of plays. It made a difference.
Yeah, like you said earlier, they were keying on Koval. It's just another one of those opportunities to get him in another dynamic ball player's hands.
Doubles to the right for Titusville. Hartshorn in the wing left. On the snap, it's given off to O'Neal again. Breaks up the middle. He's going to get it down close to the 5.
The one thing that you'll see with this run with Hayden O'Neal is you're going to see him plant that foot and go. He reads a hole. He's going to plant. He's going to go. He's not second guessing his decision. He makes the decision and go, and that's good to see.
Brings it up by a 3rd and goal from the 7.
Seeing something that's catching my eye that's making me very happy, the culture of Titusville football. Every single kid on Titusville's sideline is standing down by the coaches with their helmets on, engaged in the game. They're not clowning around, sitting on the bench, enjoying the homecoming. They're engaged for their teammates right now, and that's a program.
We're wearing helmets next week.
Can I have the Guardian cap on mine?
Hartshorn's in motion. Oh, goes
Good cut.
O'Neal. Nice cut. Touchdown, Titusville. That was just a nice run.
And we got another flag, and I don't know what that's about. Getting a lot of flags. This is the one thing that worries me here is a lot of it seems to be after the play's over or away from the action, and
it's getting a little chippy maybe.
Yeah, it might be, but you got to keep it in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially on a game 55-0. There's no reason to get
it's against
crazy.
us.
Well, Jim's right. That first half, especially that first half last week, was like it seemed like penalty after penalty.
We had 60 yards of penalties, and you can't be doing that.
Yeah, and I didn't see it. I just saw the flag go way up in the air, so I'm not too sure what it is or who they called it on, but it is against Titus. It'll be.
There was a bit of a pancake block. 2 of our guys took a kid down, and I think they threw it. They thought maybe it was a little excessive at the end. At least that's what I saw from my perspective.
It'll be penalized on the kickoff, apparently. The extra point attempt is up, and the extra point is good.
He's looked good tonight, too.
I'll tell you, it's impressive. He kicks right off
Yeah.
the ground. I mean, that's college level stuff. You don't see many high school kids do that.
Yeah, he's looked good tonight. Some of his kicks earlier in the year you were not too sure about. They were line drives, not much elevation. His kicks tonight have been deliberate and.
Well, we talked about that in the pregame show. In the interview, Max sat with us, and it was brought up. I mean, he worked really hard.
He worked with Toby Cressman, correct?
Yeah.
Toby was a great kicker for Dad back in the day. Kicked at Bucknell.
I was watching him warm up tonight, and I asked, I don't know, you were there or somebody was there, and I said, who's coaching these kids in punting? I was watching Mung warm up and so on.
Boy, does he have a leg, too.
Yeah, he has a heck of a leg on him, but they said that Toby was...
Well, that's the one kid we don't want to see use his leg.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, you're hoping never to see Cameron Mung punt a ball.
Nope.
That means your offense is in the end zone.
Yep.
Personal foul, Titusville.
I'd still like to see that.
Well, that's not something, if it happens, that's not something that the coach can be very happy with.
Well, and they'll see it on film.
That's right. And you'll hear about it, too.
Yeah, yes, they will. That's one thing, we've talked about it before. This coaching staff knows how to handle this football team, and they see it. They will not be afraid to make mention of it. Because you don't want to be doing this. You don't want to have to be kicking off at the 25 against a better opponent.
7:20 left to go in the ball game. Chapman to approach the ball at the 25. Nice kick. And it's going to hit and bounce through the legs of the return man. He picks it up now at about the 20, goes out to the 25, being chased out there and knocked out of bounds at about the, I'm not sure, 25-yard line or so.
Boy, again, it's the same thing, though, even on the kickoffs. You know, and on kickoffs, you've got time to get there, especially when it's kicked at you. Get there and catch the ball.
So it will be a first down and 10 for Warren. And the ball will be at the 27-yard line. $56-0 Titusville as we get into the last 7 minutes of the game.
Say that score one more time.
56-0.
That sounds really good. Rockets 56-0 on homecoming.
I thought maybe I made a mistake.
No,
usually
no,
people yell at me for
absolutely not. That just sounded very nice.
That's only when we let you keep track of scores on your own.
Ball's getting off to the first man through, and he's going to be hit and wrapped up.
It's getting chippy out there.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, Adam Reynolds he's going to come up in there real quick.
Joe Chad saying that Jackson broke his rushing touchdown record tonight.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw that as well, yeah.
Tyler Tenney was in the play for Titusville. Brings gain of 2, second down and 8. Warren at their own 29.
Yeah, if Jackson keeps up this pace, he's going to have just about all the records for rushing. Season, career, and he's having a really great season right now.
Ball's handed off straight through. Nice job by Titusville. I'd like to see the first band, and then I'd like to see a lot of gold helmets coming in.
Yeah,
that was really, I like that.
That was Jaron Vroman, a freshman. He's going to be a fantastic ball player.
But one of the things when they're coming in there, we've talked about this with Warren, is Warren's coming in, reaching out in front of them, trying to grab and tackle with their hands.
Yeah.
Titusville's coming in there, their arms get spread open, so it's the shoulder that you're driving with, and that's really good tackling technique.
Vroman's a freshman. He's a big boy, 177 pounds. Third down 7. Handing off to the tailback coming across the right side, and he'll get across close to the 35.
Well, I know Coach Reynolds has a really top-notch weight program that these kids go through, and I mean, that dates back to the Tony Tridico days back in my days when Coach Wiley, my dad, brought him in. That's what made us very good was our lifting program. Like, we were doing things in the weight room before they were popular with kettlebells and chains and things like that, and that's what these kids are doing now. And we have some good, like, we're not the biggest team, but they have functional strength. Our kids are strong.
Fourth down and 3. Fumbled on the snap.
That'll draw a flag.
No, it did not. Pass
that's one of the
kicked us
times
out of bounds. I thought sure of any of them that was
that was more roughing than the first one.
Yeah,
I thought that
we're
was
going to let that one go.
Yeah. Well, it's 4:37 to go.
Yeah,
56-0. As long as you don't hit them real hard, we're just going to let it go.
Well, they did try to hold up. I'll give them that.
Yeah, but.
Well, Stephen, to echo what TJ's saying, you know, when you're in the weight room lifting, it's going to help you not just in the sport you're currently involved in, but in all the sports you're playing.
I've coached track for the last roughly 10 years, I'm going to say. And the one thing I would say at the awards banquet to all the kids, you seniors, thank you, goodbye, have a nice life. To you guys that are coming back, weight room.
Well, you know, in July, Luke, I start training. I get bubble gum, start chewing, get my jaw, you know, so I'm ready to go in September. And
you're in mid-season form.
Yeah, I'm in rare form when I'm ready to go. That's my training procedure.
But no, in the lifting the weights, obviously it's going to help you in football. It'll help you in wrestling. But it's going to help you in basketball. It's going to help you in baseball. It's going to help you in track. It's going to help you in swimming.
100%.
You got to lift weights today. It's just the way it is.
Well, and it keeps you healthy when you get hit. I mean, it's not just a case of being stronger physically that way. It's protect your body.
One of the things, and you'll agree with this, one of the things I've said that football is like Christmas. It's better to give than receive.
100%.
You want to give the hit than
100%.
receive the hit. If you're bigger and stronger.
You're not getting anything for Christmas.
Yeah. Give or receive.
Maybe a pack of bubble gum.
Milk duds. They'll give a harder workout.
He'll invite TJ over to come and hit you.
In motion. Ball's handed off to the coming across the right side. He's across the 45 to about the 47. And pick up for about 7 on the play.
Well, that's Ben Finley there, and he's one of the kids that I've worked with.
He's a senior.
Had around in
Good
track.
speed on him.
And the kid will give you everything.
I've heard that.
It's nice that you get a chance to give him a chance to run the football, touch the football. That'll be a highlight for him for the next 20 years.
My brother-in-law, Matt Crocker, who's on the staff, speaks very highly of that kid.
Ben's
Said he's
a great
just a heart and soul
hard
type
worker,
kid.
gives you everything he's got.
Titusville now running time. Wakefield in the backfield now with.
Milk that clock down.
Set to go. Ball's handed off to Wakefield. Up across the right side. He's going to get to the outside. Cuts back, and he'll get enough for a first down to about the 46-yard line of Warren.
Brody Sellon is in at quarterback, number 10. We've seen this a little bit. This is the only thing I've seen so far tonight that worries me a little bit is that quarterback-center exchange or that snap. A couple of them have gotten a little bit high. Ian did a nice job of getting it into the running backs. Sellon just did a nice job of getting it into the running backs' pocket there on that one. That snap's got to get a little bit more smooth.
Looks like Adam Reynolds coming in here, quarterback.
That to me, I'm chalking that one up to nerves because in the JV game, that center does a really, really good job.
Could be. It could be nerves.
Doubles left. Man in motion to the left. Ball goes off to Reynolds. Reynolds keeps it, drives up the field, protects the ball, across the 40 to about the 38, and bring up a second down and 3 or 4.
It's the two of you, both quarterbacks for the Rockets. You play at other stadiums. You pretty much have fans on the sidelines, right? When you're here at Carter Field, you've got fans surrounding you. Is that more pressure? What's that feeling like?
I'll be honest with you. When I played, I didn't really notice. Yeah, you're trying to do things that you're supposed to be doing. You're thinking about this and that and making sure that everybody's lined up right. I myself never really know. You could hear them every once in a while, but it was a corrective roar more than an individual thing.
I couldn't agree more. When the play was going on, it was almost silence. It was weird. My son has even said that to me. He's like, Dad, when the play's going on, I don't hear anything. It's just, I think, your way of blocking it out. But I think it's a cool environment here at Titusville going into that grandstand. Cool little thing that we have that most stadiums don't.
Quarterback keeps for Titusville, gets what he can, and drops down.
We're talking about home field advantage. We were playing Oil City here. We were in the south end going north. This bank of lights up here in the northeast corner was out. Okay, so this corner of the end zone up here, the northeast corner of the end zone is dark. I'm rolling right about the 40-yard line. I see Larry Drake was his name. He was an X-back, and we wore white at home at that time, right? He's the only guy I could see, so I chucked the ball. I mean, I just thought, I'm thinking, this is an easy touchdown. That ball's halfway to Drake, and all of a sudden I see a kid turn, and I see a white 22. Never saw the blue jersey. And he was right in front of Larry. Larry says, his hands went up. He said, the ball went right through his hands, right into me. We got the touchdown.
Wow.
You want to talk about lucky.
Hey, better lucky than good sometimes.
And Titusville takes the lead in the ball game, and we'll have Titusville and Oil City. There go again, blue and white. Warren and Titusville boys will get together and congratulate each other. Final score here, Titusville 57, Warren nothing.
Okay, but 56.
56, nothing.
Oh! Missed me again.
I'll tell you what.
We'll come back and get into the post-game festivities here right after this.
J. Gill Plumbing and Heating takes pride in being the premier heating and air conditioning service provider in the area. With over 30 years of experience, our highly skilled and certified technicians will work closely with you to address your heating and air conditioning repair, installation, or maintenance needs. Our team is dedicated to making your home the ultimate place of comfort. Call today to get a free estimate. We also offer financing options and membership opportunities that provide peace of mind and cost savings. Call J. Gill Plumbing and Heating today or visit them online 24/7 at jgillplumbingheating.com.
Are you tired of juggling multiple pill bottles? Titusville Express Pharmacy has your solution, now offering compliance packaging. Your medication sorted and sealed by dose, making it easier than ever to stay on track. In a hurry? Take advantage of our convenient drive-through service. We also offer free local delivery for those that qualify. Titusville Express Pharmacy, where convenience meets care. Visit us today at 401 West Spring Street in Titusville. Simplify your medication routine with Titusville Express Pharmacy.
Hi, I'm Jasmine Levin, and I proudly own and operate Puppy Levin. Puppy Levin is a pet care salon dedicated to caring for your furry companions. We provide certified dog grooming services along with boarding and doggy daycare. Our facility is family-owned and operated and promise personalized care for every pet that comes through our doors. If you're worried about your furry friend being lonely when you're gone, we also have on-site personnel 24/7 just for their comfort. Follow us on Facebook and call or text us at 814-758-9259 to make an appointment today.
Interstate Pipe and Supply takes pride in providing superior customer service. That's why our dedicated employees are well trained and have the experience to offer friendly, quick, and reliable service and support. Need materials delivered to your job site? No problem. Interstate offers fast delivery from our 4 locations in Western Pennsylvania. We also serve Eastern Ohio, Northern Western Virginia, and Western New York. Service means business at Western Pennsylvania's premier pipe and supply company, Interstate Pipe and Supply.
At the Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville, our programs are designed with your future in mind, offering a dynamic blend of theoretical knowledge and practical skills across a variety of in-demand fields. From healthcare to manufacturing, our curriculum is tailored to meet the evolving needs of the industry, ensuring that our graduates are not just job-ready, but future-ready. This is where your future begins. The Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville. Go succeed.
And welcome to the Corky's Pizza Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville post-game show. And we're going to show you some of the fireworks provided by Mr. Gibson, who always does a fantastic job. And we appreciate what he's provided our area in terms of fireworks presentation. So thank you, Jeff. And we'll be going down to the field to Joe here shortly. But we'll talk about the game real quick. And you talk about enjoying homecoming with a win. This is incredible to see as the community, the band, the football players, the cheerleaders are coming down and sitting on the field to enjoy the fireworks.
I don't think I've ever seen that before, to be honest with you. The team, I've seen some that are around, but this whole ball club is there, like you said, and all the fans and the band and stuff. I don't know if I've ever seen that. That's nice to see. It's a big win tonight, 56-0 for Titusville with homecoming, so rightfully so. It's kind of what we expected, what I expected anyway, and Titusville did what they had to do.
Yeah, I thought they came out, they executed their offense. It was just a matter of, got one team at one level and another team that's going to try to get to that level. And like we've said all night to Warren, keep your kids in the program, get your kids in the program, do what you're asked to do, things will turn for you.
Yep.
Our kids came out, handled their business on a week that it's sometimes hard to do, being homecoming. Made it look easy. Nobody seemed to get hurt or dinged up or injured either, which is big with the grind that they have going forward. But nice win for the Rockets.
We'll take our final timeout. We'll come back, bring you the player of the game, and we'll go down to Coach. Joe's somewhere down there. We'll catch up with everybody here shortly. Back after this. Again, this is the Corky's Pizza Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville post-game show. Good win for the Rockets here tonight.
Who can solve this equation?
Ooh! Me.
Anyone else? Fine. Jake from State Farm. Again.
Right. It's the personal price plan theorem. If you bundle your home and auto, that can equal an affordable price just for you.
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I've been practicing medicine for over 25 years.
I've been practicing for about 20 years. As a parent, I really wanted my son to get the HPV vaccine.
I have 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls, and I've given the vaccine to all of them.
I made sure my son got the HPV vaccine when he was 12.
ProThreads Print Shop is the area's premier screen printing and embroidery company. Locally owned, ProThreads prides themselves in specializing in school and travel sportswear and fan gear, as well as business and corporate apparel. Get your team mascot or company logo screen printed, embroidered, or engraved on just about anything. ProThreads Print Shop is now open by appointment at 130 East State Street in Pleasantville, where you'll find Rocket gear to wear year-round. Check them out on Facebook or visit them at ProThreadsPrintShop.com for superior service with personalized attention. Talk to the pros at ProThreads Print Shop.
If you're looking for a professional massage therapist, Tranquil Moments Massage in Titusville is here for you. Brian Rauch graduated from Slippery Rock University with a bachelor's degree in exercise and rehabilitative sciences with an emphasis in athletic training. Tranquil Moments offers a wide range of services, from Swedish massage to deep tissue, sugar scrubs to hot towel inclusion therapy. Like them on Facebook and visit their website to learn more about all the services they offer. Tranquil Moments Massage in Titusville. Go Rockets!
Armstrong has been part of Meadville for over 70 years. We've run hundreds of miles of high-speed fiber, and we're not stopping. Your internet, television, and telephone connectivity is backed by a team of local technicians who are backed by their local office, who is backed by our 24/7 network operations team, as well as our 24/7 customer service center. Can the other guys say that? We didn't think so. Armstrong, unmatched employees, unmatched technology, unmatched fiber network.
And welcome back to the Corky's Pizza Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville post-game show. We're going to go down to the field. Before we get to Coach, he wants to take in the fireworks here tonight. We're going to go down to Joe, who's with Kevin Vincent. Joe?
Hey. Thanks, Luke. Hey, Kevin, appreciate you coming out here and talking to us. So, band sounds fantastic, first of all. How hyped are you guys coming into this week? And this whole week's got to be just incredible for you and the students.
It's been a fantastic week. We started with the band festival last Saturday, rolled right into homecoming. Today is such a huge day. We go to all the elementary schools, do parades with the ECLC students. So we've put in 3 days in 1 day to do it, but it's great.
Yeah, that band festival, that was well timed to get you ready for homecoming week.
Oh, it was, yeah. It was really exciting for the kids to be able to do that. And we had our show cleaned up, ready to go. So we didn't have to worry about that and could focus on a lot of the homecoming stuff, the extra things that we do for this week.
That's great. Those are kind of a new thing. This is the first one that you guys have hosted. Have you gone to other ones, and what have you picked up from the other ones that you implemented?
Well, we go to usually 3 or 4 a year. Some are competitions, some are just festivals. We don't compete at the competitions, but each one I learned a lot of different things from. Oil City we had just been to the week before, so I was kind of running the mental checklist there of did we have everything ready to go for that.
Yeah, great. Well, thank you so much. The band, like I said, sounds fantastic, and we really appreciate all your efforts. So thank you so much.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate all the coverage you guys give for the band. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Luke, back to you.
Thanks, Joe. Taking in the fireworks here tonight. The Rockets win 56-0. Player of the game, guys. Want to discuss that?
Well, yeah, in a game like this, you can point to just about anybody. Of course, we've said this before. Jackson Koval, you could pick him just about every week. Ian McDonald, Cameron Mung. These guys they're very consistent. Their level of play is high, and they're very consistent at their level of play. One of the young men I thought really stood out tonight, particularly in the first half on defense, was J.J. Miller. I thought he attacked up, was very aggressive at the middle linebacker position. Thought he had a lot of tackles in that first half. I thought he played very well for us in that first half.
Well, he really did, and the thing you don't see often up here is what's happening with the linebackers. I focus on where the ball is, all that stuff, but those linebackers get into that middle where all the action is, and you kind of lose track of them. And so sometimes they don't get the recognition they deserve. Miller's one of the better ones.
You can tell he's the quarterback of that defense. Yeah. And, I mean, we used to have a saying when we played, if they don't score, they don't win. Warren didn't score tonight. Yeah. J.J. Miller was the leader of that defense, and I think that's a great pick.
He's a lot like Koval in that you could almost name him player of the game every week.
Yeah.
Just because he's solid, he doesn't make mistakes, and every once in a while he's going to make a just spectacular play.
Well, I agree, Joe. I think, in particular in the first half, I thought he sparked our defense. Remember, their first possession, they started to get things moving a little bit. And J.J. all of a sudden said, you know what, this isn't going to go. And, he started attacking up, filling holes. and really kind of shut the Warren offense down on that first drive, and then he just continued it. Like I say, once you get that level of play and at a high level, our kids are doing a real good job of maintaining that. He did that tonight defensively.
Yeah, he's done it all year long. So we've thought about him different games so far this year as player of the game because he's very consistent, and that's one of the things that's really important for Titusville. We have a consistent group of kids.
Right.
Yeah. Now, we've made some mistakes tonight, penalty-wise here late. I don't like that because that could come back to haunt you in a better game. But we may not make those penalties in another game. But we'll see about that. And I'm sure Michael will work with that. But he's a good ball player, good player of the game. TJ, so good to have you with
us. Guys, I had an absolute blast. Loved it. Loved every second of it.
Good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
Good to see you over the summer.
Absolutely, man.
Be sure.
Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you. I think we're going to need it. We got Woodland Hills for our homecoming.
You're the Warren tomorrow?
We're a young team. We're a bunch of sophomores, kind of rebuilding from a good group the last couple of years down at Shaler area. My son is our starting quarterback as a sophomore.
Congrats.
Thank you. It's going to be an uphill battle tomorrow. Like, again, we're looking to do some things to have some small victories. Shaler does a nice job with homecoming. It's nothing like this, and I'll argue anybody down there. Titusville does it better. But we'll see how it goes. We're 2-2 right now with a young team. But I was honored to be here, and what a great sight to see Titusville winning on their homecoming. And I'm very excited to see what this group can do down the stretch because I think Coach Reynolds and the Rockets got something special brewing.
Yeah, I think they're going to be a lot of fun to watch.
They're going to be tough to handle.
And he's a team I wouldn't want to play in the
playoffs. No, absolutely
not.
They're so dynamic.
Yeah.
Right now, in particular, you do not want to face this team because they are running on all cylinders.
Well, up on the screen is the team that they are going to face next week, Northeast. And the Great Pickers, this is interesting. Great Pickers play Franklin tomorrow. It's going to be a short week for Northeast.
Yeah, it sure is. Hey, by the way, and just football. You tell Kent we're thinking of him.
Absolutely, I will do that. Yeah,
I loved his dad. I enjoyed every minute I had with him.
100%.
And so just let him know we're thinking
We'll
about him. We're talking, of course, about Kent Bloom, and we're getting to the end of the fireworks, I think.
I think we saw the end of the fireworks the first half, right?
Yeah.
Wow. He obviously had some left.
Yeah. And we're still going to be going down to Joe with Coach here in a minute.
We could have scored a couple more touchdowns, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
You know how it is here in Titusville, just to overdo it.
But it's a great tradition. I love this
It
tradition of the fireworks on homecoming.
The only place that I can think of that even does anything close to this, and that was, we were at, I think it was Seneca, where they have the carnival type thing.
Last year we were there.
Seneca, that was
nice.
That was impressive. They had a little carnival thing where they bring in certain rides and stuff. So Seneca puts on a nice homecoming apparently too. But
Well, we've seen a lot over the years, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. There for a while, we wanted everybody wanted to play Titusville at homecoming.
Again, we're going to here shortly go down to the field. Coaches are going to be talking to the players.
I got to give Coach Reynolds a shout out, doing what he's doing down here. Like, he has made a very big impact making Titusville football cool again. He has a great social media presence, putting pictures out there. Like, that's what kids want in this day and age, and he's really, embraced that. And it's so great to see from an alumni perspective. Like, Titusville football is cool again. It really is.
And they usually have a phrase every year that they rally around for the whole season. Yeah. So those are things I know we probably look at and go, okay.
It's the
but
life
it's
lessons
today, right?
that Jim brought up. Like, as a football coach, your job is to teach these kids how to be good human beings. And Mike Reynolds is a phenomenal human being, and he's doing his job at making these boys into men.
When you see your players 20 years from now, what do you hope they say to you?
That Coach, I am what I am because of you. And, a lot of who I am is Titusville, Pennsylvania, Titusville High School, and Titusville football, and John Wiley, like my high school football coach. And I get emotional even just talking about it. Like, that's how important it is to me.
Well, one of the cool things, too, and I was thinking this while you were talking before, TJ, your dad coached you, and now you're coaching another generation of Wiley.
Yeah.
I always thought that was really cool. Father, son, into this generation. So that's kind of neat.
Well, Steve had 3 boys, none of them quarterbacks.
No, none of them quarterbacks. All of them very, very good linebackers.
Yes.
And the one thing I'll say about my three boys, they didn't care who you were. You ran at them, they're going to hit you. And they didn't, you can hit them as hard as you want to, but there's a good chance you're going backwards when they come at you. All three of my boys loved the game of football. All three of them loved to hit. They loved the physicalness of football.
Thanks, Coach.
It was a lot of fun to watch them. I miss those days, so enjoy them. I know you're
It's going
coaching,
fast
it's hard
already.
to do,
I
but
can't
boy,
believe
I'll
he's a
tell you,
sophomore already.
It is just fun.
All right, down to the field to Joe.
All right, thanks, guys. So as I was standing there watching fireworks, I want you to know I looked over and there's all kinds of pieces of the helmet laying all over the field.
Souvenirs.
Yeah, right. So was that intentional? You guys really come out there hitting. Is that something you guys were focusing on this week?
Just super proud of these guys. Coming out on a Friday night and doing what we know they're capable of doing. We were great in all three phases of the game. Camo, you at least had 3 sacks, if not more, and a bunch of TFLs. Great leader on defense. Jackson went over 1,000 yards for the season. Is that correct? Super awesome team effort, with that O-line blocking. I think every phase of the game we can be real proud of. You got to see us in a 2-minute offense situation before half there. That was something we really needed to work on. And the guys just being together and helping out and being a great team. So very proud of that.
Yeah, we noticed that, and we assumed that's what that was. That was a teaching moment where you're probably going to need this down the road. We need to work on this in a game, so that was intentional then.
Yeah, you got to understand, with these guys in a game like that, we knew we had control, but we still are going to have to play 4-quarter games throughout the rest of the season. We know it's a long year, so these guys got to come out after halftime and be able to play. So hats off to them. Hats off to our young guys coming out and executing our offense afterwards. Just proud of the efforts all the way around.
Yeah, it's nice to see an opportunity like this to get some of those younger guys in. You can really see there's a couple of kids. Jaron Vroman's one that stands out to me. He's going to be a fantastic ball player, and a lot of other kids that we noticed. That's really exciting to see. Is that something you guys get to enjoy a little bit?
Oh yeah, sure. that helmet piece is from probably Jaron. Jaron came up to me. He goes, "Cam, look at my helmet," and this whole thing's all shattered. And I was like, "Attaboy."
That sounds about right. Yeah. Well, and congratulations. So, again, a great game and a great season so far. TJ Wiley's in the booth a little bit today, and one of the things that we noticed is you're a very humble guy, and we appreciate that you give all the credit to your teammates, but, the thing that we did when Jeremy Snyder was there, we harassed the crap out of him. Is that what you and the other guys do?
No.
No, you got to keep them humble.
I'm just kidding.
Hey, we're only passing the ball the whole game.
Yeah.
We don't need you out there. Come on, what the heck?
Before we broke the record, we told him that anytime there was a run to him, we were going to auto out of it and go to a pass. But we still got it.
That's great. We love to see the fact that the team is working together and playing together and enjoying their time together. So congratulations, guys, and congratulations, Coach.
Appreciate
Thanks.
the coverage and all your support.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.
Enjoy homecoming.
Yeah, enjoy homecoming, guys.
Wireless Mike tonight brought to you by Titusville Dairy Products Company and McElroy's Flower Shop. Good job down there, Joe. Final thoughts for everybody. Joe, we'll start with you.
I like Coach said, it was just a complete game, and you just love to see this on a homecoming. The only thing that I would worry about is those penalties, because we've talked about them a couple of weeks. But again, well-coached team. I think they'll get those ironed out, and it's really exciting standing here at the halfway point of the season, knowing what we have left to go. It's just really exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be a good ball club to watch the rest of the way down, and we got a game next week with Northeast. After that, it goes into Hickory, and then Sharon, and Fairview, I believe, is the other one. So it's going to be a good finish up in the last 4 games or so. But good win tonight for Titusville. Great homecoming. My congratulations to whoever runs homecoming from the school perspective. I don't know who put that all together.
Kurt Zimmerman is a major part of everything, from the parade to the coordination of the Queens. And then you've got Kevin Vincent and Coach Reynolds, all part of it.
I got to mention that Kevin Vincent needs to learn how to stay in step when he's carrying a tuba down the street.
I'm sure he knows.
Oh, okay. I just happened to see it as a music teacher. I thought I'd bring that out. But, the band's been great. Everything about tonight was very great, and we congratulate the kids.
Well, again, you can't say much about the performance. You didn't really see a whole lot of mistakes, just a dominating performance, and you expected it. That was the thing you wanted to see. We knew Warren was in trouble. They're a young team. Can we come out there and just dominate them the way a good team should? And they did, because you've probably seen it too, TJ, where a team is good, but they play to the level of the opponent, and that gets you into trouble.
Big time.
In games like this in particular, when you should be winning by 3, 4, 5 touchdowns, you play to their level. Next thing you know, you're struggling. They did what they needed to do tonight. That was good to see.
Yep.
TJ?
The sun is going to be brighter tomorrow. The air is going to be sweeter tomorrow in Titusville, Pennsylvania with this win on homecoming. Very impressive to see what these kids did, to handle their business. They need to keep the eye on the prize, one game at a time. Don't overlook these next couple of games because, they got those big ones at the end of the year. But let me tell you, if this team does that, and I have a feeling they will with how Mike Reynolds leads them and stays on them, Titusville's looking at something special. Something could be on the horizon here with the brown and gold.
By the way, Coach Reynolds, just as humble as Jackson when it comes to this.
Oh,
always
unbelievable.
praising.
Yeah.
He's very good at, we do this, but these are the guys that are doing it. And to an extent, to be honest with you, he does a nice job of putting his game plan together. But these kids right now are executing it just the way it needs to be done. And
behind the scenes, Mike Reynolds is unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
His game plans and his preparation is extraordinary.
Yeah, and these kids are, like we said, they're at a high level. They've been at a high level since Girard. And if they can keep it up, who knows where they're going to stop playing.
Good job tonight, guys. Hey, I want to thank our crew. We got a great crew. I think we got a great crew. And there's Jim. Jim, you can wave to the camera down there. There you go. Jim Bodemer. Steve Bodemer, good to have you back.
Yeah,
TJ Wiley visiting. Thank you. Good job. For our crew out in the elements, not that bad tonight. A couple weeks ago, yeah, it was bad. Adam Bodemer, Joe Watkins, Cullen Rio, Brody Wolfkill. Big thanks to everybody, and what a great weekend. Enjoy homecoming. Have a great weekend. We'll be back next week for more Rocket sports, and on the road next week up in Northeast. If it doesn't rain next week, we'll smell the grapes, so looking forward to that. All right, our coverage of Rocket sports this season made possible by these great sponsors: by Oil Creek Plastics, by Titusville Area Hospital, by Interstate Pipe and Supply, and Joe Roddy too out there, by State Farm Insurance, by Poppies, by Armstrong, by the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, by J. Gill Plumbing and Heating, by Puppy Lovin', by the Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville, by Fat Chad's Brewery, by the Crawford Health Improvement Coalition, by ProThreads Print Shop, by Marsh Home Center, by Tranquil Moments Massage, by Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning, by Kreiner Real Estate, by Larry's Auto Service, by Corky's Pizza, and by the Titusville Beverage. Have a great weekend, everybody, and special thoughts to our good friends Pat and Ashley this weekend.
Thank you for watching Stream Sports' presentation of Titusville Rocket Sports on Stream TV.